All right, welcome everyone to the Kerry J. Walker after party. Sorry, I don't know why I drugged that out, but I think it just sounds cooler. And of course, so far with us, we have Kerry as the guest today, who's also with us, and Mr. Mikey Fatman, my partner in crime, is also with us. And below, we have our resident medical expert, student Dr. Ben, with us. We have the, for some reason, suddenly a Leafs fan, my brother from the other coast, Mr. Canadian Ollie is with us. My one of my very, very best friends, Mr. Randolf Richardson, is going to be my cohort and the eventual True North Talk shows, is also with us, doing some stuff in the studio, folks. So watch that little square and you can see what he's up to. And of course, the master sailor, Stephanie Helms, is also with us in the after party today. And if you're interested in joining us, just let me or Mikey know and we can send you a link and you can jump in.
If you really want Mikey to know, you go up to his door with a whip and just start hitting the door with the whip.
Oh my God.
I'm on my way over to Mikey's place.
I mean, come on.
Hey. I heard lead infections are real bad this part of town. I'm just saying, don't come up to my door with that bullshit.
Dude, Dr. Ben, I have a question. Is that whip made out of salt?
What's your door?
It can be whatever whip you want.
Salt whip.
Mikey sent me that video and I was like, what is this?
There you go. Come on.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't have possibly been Mikey. Mikey never sends weird videos to anybody ever.
No, I never corrupt people's consciousness with little bits of detritus that I find laying on the internet floor.
More's the pity.
I like to fashion myself as like some sort of internet archaeologist. And I'm just rummaging through this old past cities and civilizations. And I find these little jars filled with viruses. And I like to share them with all of you. And hope your lives are enhanced, just like those dudes who got the bubonic plague from exploring old shit. In modern times.
Bubonic plague. That's Mikey.
What's the malaria Mary? What was her name? Typhoid
Mary.
Typhoid Mary, yeah.
I'm the Typhoid Mary of internet meme videos.
You're going to infect
sure you
everybody else.
While it doesn't affect me at all. I'm fine.
That was actually a topic that came up a fair bit of number of times around me, was the idea of Typhoid Mary and the capacity for someone who had COVID to asymptomatically transmit it and stuff like that. But I never actually found all the stats on it about how much asymptomatic transmission with COVID did occur. Does anyone know anything about that?
A good bit happened.
Yeah.
I don't have the actual stats, but it was just, especially in the very beginning, it was a high number of asymptomatic transmissions. Plus, and then with Omicron, they had a lot as well.
Yeah.
So.
And it's actually getting bad. I mean, in my state, like in the Northeast, for some peculiar reason, for whatever reason, there's just a huge growing spike of infections right now. And to be honest, I'm a little bit scared about it because, I think I'm okay because I think it almost killed me once. But
Oh, you had it, Steph?
I'm pretty sure I did, like before it was even known.
Oh, wow.
Because I was down in January of 2020, like down the entire month, and I knew someone who was not only down but intubated for a while. So I kind of think I had it, but I've never really pursued it. But I've never been so sick in my life.
I was at a program at a time in November, I think it was, of November 2019, and a bunch of people got very, very, very sick, including a former police sergeant, tough as nails lady, who never missed a day's work. And she was out for a week with whatever it was that hit her. And I have no idea if they're connected at all, but there was something majorly bad that went around a few months before COVID happened.
Well, I think COVID was happening before people thought COVID was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially.
I don't think people got. My friend got it. He was flying. He was on a flight from LA back to Portland, Maine, and he was sitting next to this person from Southeast Asia who was just taking their lungs out. And this was like just before Christmas, and he came down with something horrible, and he recovered a little bit, and then after New Year's he took a deep dive and wound up this was when the Nova coronavirus was suddenly like, oh, well, maybe he's got this. And sure enough, he had that. And he wound up going into a deep dive, was intubated for damn near a month and a half in, mid-February to March, and came out of it with, we actually did an appeal for, once COVID-19 was identified, we did an appeal. Hey, have you had this stuff? Donate your plasma. And Rich came out of it in like April. It was a scary time.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody knew what was going on at that point in time. It's
Right.
like, oh, wow, what's this? And then in that period of ignorance, there was ignorance being propounded on a global scale. Like there's, so much bullshit was going around. It's like, rather than focusing on, hey, people are coming down with this stuff that's really bizarre, there are all these conspiracy theories going on, rather than focusing on, how do we get this person better? Because they've got something we've never seen before. That's the thing that amazed me about that time.
Just the sheer number of people who seem to be susceptible to conspiracy theories is really disturbing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I have family members that are. Yeah. It's like, fuck, what the hell?
Well, the irony of the whole thing is that my friend was, held libertarian, quote unquote, libertarian views, which is to say, highly skeptical of anything anybody said, but they changed their tune pretty quick. Well, they couldn't change their tune, but the people around them sort of said, hey, what's happening with Rick right now? It's like, what is this bullshit? And it's like,
you say that your friend there was libertarian, and the two people that I know have libertarian views one is an actual libertarian. So maybe there's something about libertarianism that makes you susceptible to that sort of thing.
well, I don't know. I think that it depends. I think different people who hold, to some degree, I hold somewhat libertarian views, but not to the degree that all that everything's out the window, because there ought to be limits on government power over individual people's decisions.
That's a good point. It may be directly related to the idea that libertarians value liberty so much that when there was a necessity to start limiting some liberties, that there was an immediate visceral pushback. And I think I've seen that myself. I mean, I'm not sure we have many libertarians up in Canada, but we do have sovereign citizens and stuff like that, right? So you do have people that won't tolerate any level of government interaction in their lives at all.
Right.
We've even got some American sovereign citizens that come here and demand First Amendment American rights. It's hilarious.
Well,
Screw them. Leave your guns at home,
think there's
please.
an awful lot of dichotomy between people who assert libertarian, so-called libertarian values, are unwilling to afford others. I want my individual rights. Well, so do I. But you're, the places where you're willing to step up to defend mine seem to fall short of where I'm willing to step up to define yours.
It's actually kind of a violation of the whole life,
Pretty
liberty, longing thing from John Locke, isn't it? It's like life, we're all supposed to have equal value of life, equal values of liberties, equal value to pursue our dreams. You're not supposed to be engaged in a structure where my life matters more than yours and my liberty matters more than yours and stuff like that. And it's very weird.
Yeah, libertarians love to be all on their own, doing their own thing, completely separate from the U.S. government and their neighbors and everybody else. And until they want to drive to Walmart on the fucking roads that everybody paid for, until their house burns down and they want the fire department that everybody paid for. And it's like, you're truly not ready for the lifestyle that you're trying to uphold. Like, you're not ready to be cut off from everything. Like, you don't have I'm not on the grid thing. My cell phone only works for me and my wife and no one else, because I had to get my own special. Like, you need society. Cave people a long time ago figured out that it's better if we work together.
Yeah.
They think they've outsmarted Earth. I say good luck to them. But when you're ready, we'll get that text money you owe us.
The values that Kerry. So the values that. Go ahead, Stephanie.
When I scream out, "Leave me the fuck alone," some so-called libertarian jumps in, or somebody jumps in and says, or somebody jumps in and says, there's no reason for me to leave you the fuck alone because you think as you are as a human being. And where are the libertarians defending me from saying, leave me the fuck alone? That's what weirds me out. I just, I don't get it.
Yeah, the rights that or the ideas that were the ideals that Kerry was just talking about are actually enshrined in our Constitution here in Canada, our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and also in Human Rights Code. Because the Charter of Rights and Freedoms was originally intended just for government, but courts have been increasingly applying it to corporations as well, which I think is a good thing. It should be.
It's actually a very fun ethical debate if you actually get into someone who wants to argue ethics and meta-ethics and stuff like that. It's to the idea of how exactly the concept. Heidegger has this idea of Dasein. I've mentioned it a few times. He perceived the idea of something's existence having its own innate value. And so by dint of the fact that you're alive, you had value. And you didn't have to earn it. You didn't have to do anything. You just had to be alive, and you had this value. But it was an unspecified value. There was no scale or metric that could be used to put a number on the value of your life. And so you had something that was greater than zero in value, but of undefined limit. So it's like life has infinite value is the conclusion that comes from it. But having those discussions in the middle of a COVID shutdown where people are just chomping at the bit to get out of their houses, and they don't care anymore if grandma dies. And it's like, what are you supposed to say to that? Yes, maybe we'll only lose 1% of the population, but for 7 billion people, that's 70 million dead. So, I mean, are you really going to do that metric? Are you really going to do that math? Just so you can go to a buffet.
As long as it's not their people, they don't give.
I was about to say, as long as it doesn't, as long as that horrible pandemic you guys talk about, as long as it doesn't go into my yard, have at it. Open it up until my nana stop answering her phone, and it's my grandpa who we have to go see in the hospital one at a time because of COVID restriction. Like, until it really, really affects them, they don't care, and that's so sad. That's the saddest part of all of it. is that we're
Right.
smart enough to beat all of this stuff, but it's like weird, selfish shit that stops us from like really
Yep.
getting over shit. And that's
But I'm inoculated by the blood of Jesus.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh.
and the funniest thing is
Ooh.
the people who are making it the worst are the ones who are supposed to be doing better than all the atheists.
Right.
oh yeah.
Like, but
Well-
their morality is so much better than ours. They actually care for people.
I'm way with tons of mice who says life, liberty, and the pursuit of maple syrup. I think that's
Yep.
as a
Maple
mate.
syrup. Ah.
Yeah, before I was deconverting, I had just kind of started stepping away from doing like interpersonal Christian teaching with someone, and that younger gentleman said like, I can't believe people are just so eager to wear these face diapers. And I'm like, dude, did you miss the boat on 1 Corinthians 9 when we were hanging out?
You're the one
Like,
talking shit.
Yeah. It's like,
You're gonna
you should be
digress.
sacrificial, man. Just wear the fucking thing. What's wrong with you?
Face diapers, really? That's
Yeah, that's what one of the guys I was just talking about earlier is a libertarian dude that's kind of a
God.
conspiracy wacko calls them that too. Like they don't even do anything. I'm like,
Yeah, they do.
Fuck you. Yeah, they fucking do.
Well, let me FaceTime.
Do you know
I
how
have-
much not flu I've had the last 2 years?
You know, it's funny you should say that. I have really bad allergies. I might be talked into like a daily face diaper. I sneeze a lot. Like my neck hurts
You know,
every
mid-August,
night.
a mask sounds kind of awesome for me.
I'm just saying.
Goldenrod or ragweed. Yeah.
Some of
I
that
used-
shit. I'm in
Yeah,
Ohio,
I
so
killed with that when it was a kid. Just absolutely devastated.
fuck, I'll go outside in a gas mask. I don't
See,
care.
I would love for some of these Christians to wear a face diaper. Like as long as it actually works, because like if a face diaper can prevent the shit from coming out of their mouths, like, then great.
Are those face diapers in the shape of a Himalayan salt dildo?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay, just checking.
I've got a jade egg that'll wonders.
Jade egg.
Does it actually have to be the Himalayan? Can it be any salt?
No, it must
No, it
be
has to be
Himalayan.
pink Himalayan salt. And it has to be bought from my company, my MLM. I mean, I didn't mean MLM. I meant my legitimate business.
Ministry.
My ministry bookstore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ben, I'm assuming you know why
Crazy.
Himalayan salt is pink, right?
I do, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Which is why it's so funny.
I know.
Because it has
This-
the blood of Bob mixed in it.
It's holy. It's obviously the holy salt. Look at it. It's pink.
It's rust.
Well, it's funny
That's how you
because
can tell.
because the people are like, oh, it's the most pure salt, like the most natural salt. Like, I mean, it is natural. It's incredibly natural.
Oxidization.
Is it pure? No.
I knew it.
It's
I knew it.
fucking it's rust.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew Tons of Mice was Bob all along.
You know that I did not know.
Great.
There you go.
Praise
That's
Bob.
for Ministry of Love Marketplace.
That just makes people sound creepier.
I would do anything for love, but I won't do Bob.
I
rest,
wouldn't do you either. So
rest in peace, the great meatloaf.
Fuck me.
Bob only engages in consensual relations. So if you don't want Bob, then Bob doesn't want you either.
There you go.
Yeah.
Technically, we were just saying Ogre 343. The Himalayan salt, the pink and sometimes orange stuff. People don't realize that it's colored that way because that's the oxidization of the, I guess, metals you would say within the salt that turns to rust.
What's
Yes.
NaCl? What's
That's
Knuckle.
that's knuckle. That's salt.
Knuckle.
Knuckle.
so sodium?
Sodium chloride.
Fluoride.
Sodium chloride. Yeah.
So
Knuckle.
the sodium's oxidizing?
Yes. Well,
There you go.
No,
Yeah.
it's not oxidizing.
No.
Sodium's combining with chlorine. Sodium combines with chlorine.
Right, that's regular salt. But for the
It's
pink
an
salt,
ionic
which part
bond.
of it? Which
It's an
part of
ionic
it?
bond.
What's oxidizing is what I'm asking.
It's
When it-
Impurities.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you. I was just going to say that.
So
There-
any extra metals that
in-
bond to the
right,
chlorine make it pink.
No,
Like there's
after
a bit
oxidization.
There's a bit of iron and oxygen involved in the whole crystallization. There are impurities there, so it's rust.
Oh, right.
Included.
This
in
is
the
all sending me back to organic chemistry when we got graded on how pure our samples were, like for our products. And it was just the most traumatic experience because you're like, you can never do well enough for those professors.
I can imagine so, Dr. Ben, because that sounds like purity culture.
Yeah.
This is sometimes it can have what do you call it, like trace minerals within it, like exceptionally average just pointed out these are a few of the trace minerals that have been found in salt, which is potassium, calcium, magnesium, and they all turn that color when it's literally it's like rust. It's just it mixes with the oxygen and it gets rusty. So yeah.
Would you all afford me a moment, because there's a lovely photograph on the wall of this room I'm staying in, what the Boston Yacht Club, and I just want to show it to you all. It's a photo of a photograph of a classic 12-meter black and white photograph. I think this one is I can't quite I need to put my glasses on to read which one it is, but it's an English 12-meter boat. It's KA2, so it had to be really, really early in 12-meter sailing. It's just, to my eyes, beautiful. If y'all don't like it,
Fuck
fine.
you.
no, not fuck you, but it's just a cool piece of sailing.
Randolph, are you in the middle of like a home improvement project? What's going on?
That's our studio. He's building our studio. I muted
we're
you,
trying
Randolph,
to-
because I muted you, Randolph, because there's noise coming from you, like quite a bit. So
Sorry about that. I didn't think this part would make noise, so I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, we're as Neil said, building a future. It's also my office as well as the future studio for True North Talk, the Atheism Carlin program Neil and I want to do.
Fantastic.
The Atheist show where everyone says sorry.
That's right, eh?
What's wrong with that, eh? Come on, you hosers. You want people to be
What's going to
friendly.
be said more?
White
Sorry or hang on. I couldn't resist.
All the Nealisms are just going to show up on that show.
I'll have you know that hoser is definitely a feature of main discourse as well. It's a common, It's a common phrase, yeah, you hoser. It's not hoser, but
you
hoser.
thank Bob and Doug McKenzie for that one.
Yes, Bob and Doug, not Hooser and stuff, but
Yeah.
Hoser.
You might thank them, but they have their predecessors, I guess. Or,
Sorry, guys, I've been reading a little articles here, so my
Sorry.
bad. I should
All
probably
right, kill the
What you reading about?
Sorry.
Himalayan Salt and some of the
You ready to convert to the cult of Bob?
something like that.
Only if I
You
can
need
bury
to
my
book a
face
Bob
in
to your
biscuits.
house.
There's some of the benefits and myths, right? So
You are familiar with the Church of the Subgenius, right?
No. Well, probably, but
Well, Google it. It's a
okay.
it's kind of satanic temple-ish, but it was a thing back in the late 60s, early 70s. The Church of the Subgenius is a
Oh, that's what I've heard it. Stags has told me about it.
It's a funny pseudo religion, which is and
Yeah.
they're
Dedicated to Slack.
yeah, dedicated to Slack. Exactly right. And it's pretty cool. It's very, very cool.
You're cool.
And Bob, I can't remember. Bob something or other was an advertising salesman. Smoked a pipe, and you know, it was pretty cool. And everybody thought Bob had it going on, and he was the messiah of the Church of the Subgenius. And so everybody who's a member of the Church of the Subgenius goes praise Bob. Pretty cool. Check it out.
Praise Bob.
Way to rip off a whole fucking cult. Yes.
So
Just
you know,
steal poor cults.
I just learned something I didn't know about Himalayan salt.
Oh yeah.
And it's holy.
No, that it actually has lower sodium than your table salt.
Huh.
So it's also saltier to the taste than regular table salt. So you can use it and use less of it in stuff that you make.
Oh,
Which
nice.
is good for people like me who have blood clots.
That's
So
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
fascinating. Yeah, that's cool.
So it
it
tastes
does
like
have its
it's,
benefits.
so it tastes more salty, but has less salt.
No,
Less
Less
sodium.
it's less
Sodium.
sodium.
Less sodium.
More
you can also
taste,
make
less
salt.
sodium, Molly. Well, how could you
You-
turn it down?
So
You
wait,
can also,
is what
Oh,
the
I didn't
the
mention this
salty
earlier, but I
area
did
of
like
our
5
tongues
pieces of
then?
chocolate earlier.
I don't need this spirit.
Are we really just tasting the chemical reaction of the difference in oxidation or something?
Yes.
No.
Yes. It's easier to say yes, Neil. That's what I'm doing.
Go
well,
ahead. What the hell?
Don't explain shit. Just say yes or no.
Oversimplified tongues.
I always know something's funny
All
if I
your-
laugh and my tongue comes out.
Belong to me. Praise Bob.
Now, what is Randolph doing?
Praise Bob.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
this? What's this? What's this?
He's trying to install a lamp. He said that earlier, so
Salt
that
and wood.
he wouldn't look so blue when he was on camera.
So we get to stare at his butt.
Yep, you're showing off
that
lots
why-
of crack there, Aunt Randolph,
Hey,
buddy.
What's up?
Nate.
Pull your
apparently,
pants up.
Apparently,
I need a new belt. I've been losing weight.
So
you keep showing us your butt. I'll belt you.
Just hey, I tell this when I was in the retail field, I told all my young men, even if they thought they were good, just tuck your shirt in, man. He's like, man, I don't need to tuck my shirt. I'm like, yo, you got blue boxers on and they have a gray trim around the top. What are you talking? Stop bending over, man. Tuck your fucking shirt in. And I wouldn't know all this fucking information.
It works,
know
still
that.
works, Mikey. I just checked. I
I
gotta get more light in here to hide the moon.
Yep.
I can't.
Oh my
You
god.
need a moon roof.
You know, you can always shoot.
Maybe you should get
So-
like a little remote control moon roof to let in, like, so you can charge your crystals at night. You know. with
Yeah,
the
you
full
have
moon
to
coming.
charge your crystals or they don't do anything.
They're gonna be inert unless they get that moonlight.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Mikey gets it.
Filtered through the lens of Luna.
Oh,
What is-
Neil will get a kick
What are
out
you talking
of
about,
what my
man? I heard
topic
the
is,
Himalayan
medical
salt
myths
crystals
next week.
don't need charging.
Oh no, the Himalayan ones don't. The other ones do.
They pre-charged.
Yeah.
But what hurt?
Well, you have to pay extra to get them pre-charged.
What is hurt?
The surcharge for
But
the
they're charged
pre-charge.
with that holy
Yeah,
Himalayan.
it's like an extra
energy.
$100 to get them pre-charged because it takes a lot. Because we got to go out and take them into the moonlight, and that takes a lot of effort. So, yeah, it's an extra
A lot of
$100.
Walk out
So-
to the balcony.
if she,
Oh,
if she says you taste salty, are you more Himalayan or table salt?
Yes.
If she says you're more salty, you might have cystic fibrosis.
Oh
in my head, as you were saying that sentence, like the little like closed caption underneath was like, you might have, and then there was like a bracketed part for ad lib, and I was like, oh, let's see where he takes this. Oh, that's bad. Ooh, that's a rough one.
If
I was
No,
like,
that's
bracketed
actually like
humanity.
one of the diagnostic tools for diagnosing cystic fibrosis is that your skin will taste salty because it's a it's a mutation with the chloride transporter. So you're pushing out more chloride through your sweat glands. And so you could lick somebody and find out, but I think the reference is like to moms that would kiss their baby.
Oh.
But it still sounds way funnier to think that the mom is just licking the baby and finding out that they're salty.
How else will you know it's really clean?
Unless
That's
you
not
cling
what
it
I
with your
thought
tongue.
about with the salty taste.
How to
Well,
make the babies?
it is
that
true
process.
that diagnosis for for someone with a diabetic condition that it was tasting someone's urine.
Yep.
It would smell.
I'm so happy we
sweet,
don't do
right?
that anymore.
It would
I'm-
smell sweet.
I'm-
You wouldn't have
I'm
to
glad-
drink it.
Wowza.
I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't have to drink the urine. You could probably smell it, and it would have like a sweeter versus a asparagus fucking smell.
Neil,
I also lack the gene to
Smell
break
piss.
down asparagus. No.
Oh,
So if I eat asparagus, I know.
everyone knows.
Everyone.
Yeah, we know what it is.
I
That's
knew
why I
last
always
time.
say eat pineapple.
I did.
Neil,
Today.
you get a kick out of my topic for medical myths next week.
Okay.
It's
Here we have
quantum healing. You know, the Deepak Chopra's shit.
Oh,
Oh
fuck
my
off.
Oh
Are
no.
you kidding?
We're gonna be talking about it with Richard Gilliver. It'll be great.
I'm sure it will.
And this just in from Simply Secular Dave. Quote,
Don't lick the baby.
don't lick the baby, unquote.
Is he talking about? I thought that wasn't that the South Park episode.
Yeah.
Neil the
Don't
604
kick
urine
baby.
sniffer.
Many of the
Baby,
South
yeah.
Park episodes in the first 5 seasons they did that.
You know,
What?
I'm gonna put.
Why am I a urine sniffer now?
You know why?
What?
You know.
No, I don't.
I'm putting Dr. Ben on the hot seat. Dr. Ben, name for me right now
What?
which medical show on television is probably the closest to being true.
Scrubs.
Scrubs. It is Scrubs.
Huh. And that's our new segment called I Might Just Single You Out of Anybody to Ask You
Ooh.
a Random Question.
Ooh, you should do it.
Oh
That's
dear.
fun.
Me.
Way to go, Mikey.
All right, I'm still
Well done.
Now I'm reeling trying to think of something else for the next person. How much does a frisbee disc golf weigh?
It's different sizes.
Anywhere from about 140 grams to about 178 grams, depending on the frisbee you're talking that you're talking about.
A driver.
A driver's they're usually in that 168 to 178 range.
All right, good answer. Good answer.
That's
You would have
intense.
said that no matter what answer he gave you.
You're right.
Unless it was clearly
My butt
No,
yes
muscles are
answer.
clenched in anticipation.
I think Colliman is very serious about his sport.
oh he is. Yes.
There's a driver. Can you see where it says 175 on it, right above my finger?
Nope.
No, I see Ollie.
Ollie,
Yeah.
Ollie, are the regulations as to limits?
Yeah, Ollie, is your limits.
I mean, I would think though that you could use any disc you choose to take your particular shot or throw,
No.
right?
I mean, if
seriously.
you,
No, there are definitely limits. There's a couple of experimental 182 gram discs that have not been officially approved by the PDGA yet.
what?
So you can't use them in competition, but you can play with them if you want to play with them.
So they say, oh,
Oh.
so I guess, well,
Some
I mean,
doesn't have
if a disc has more mass, you could theoretically get it further.
assuming you
If it's
behind-
designed correctly and you apply the force correctly.
Right.
Yeah, you can get it up to a higher spin, which would effectively
Right.
make it travel further. Exactly.
So guys are guys over here juicing with their grams over here in the disc golf world? Is this something that
Well,
we can cover?
I have a disc in my bag that I play with regularly that in an official competition I shouldn't be allowed to play with it
Oh my god! Call the
because
police.
I altered the disc. And what I did was I took it
You're
was
a
a disc that's
modern.
really hard. It's really hard to find. So I took some fluorescent paint and painted a bit parts of it so that it would catch the light easier and be way easier to spot. And that worked immensely.
You
But it
cheated.
changed the weight of the disc fractionally. And I shouldn't be allowed to play with it.
I'm
Oh,
so glad that
man.
you said that. Canadian Disc Golf Association, if you guys are out there,
Right.
please disqualify this.
Oh, I don't
non-user
play in any
from
official
all
competitions, so
Get 'em
this
out
is
of
the
there.
disc.
That's
Do you see the
cool.
coloring of it?
I love it.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
It's impossible to find when that goes into the fucking bushes. It's just camouflage. But do you see this little bit of orange that's right here? That's that fluorescent paint that I put on it. What's left of it?
See,
You
he
can
knew
see
what
some-
he was. He knew what he was
There's some
doing.
of the fluorescent paint around the inside here too, right? So
Well, he can still discarbate with
It would
it.
seem to me that if you lose your piece and when it goes into the bushes, that would be a disadvantage. And is that why you painted the fluorescent stuff on?
so we could find it easier.
so I can find it easier.
Yeah, okay.
And that's
Well.
cheating. And I hope you get banned from every single course
Screw you.
in Canada.
Yeah.
Is that
You
cheating?
can't get banned for that shit.
You did that
No,
as an
let's hope this
advantage.
works.
You did that so you
Focus.
could win.
Focus.
Focus. I'm focused.
Who will be
Focus.
singled out
Yay.
next?
I am no longer at a focus.
Well, it's nice to know that Ollie is our disc golf aficionado and
Kerry, where you live, there's a couple of good
Cheater.
disc golf courses.
just massive.
I know there's one in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I've never been there
there's a
myself.
couple. Oh, you should check it out. There's a good community in the area there too. So I a lot of the players that play in that regularly there, a lot of them are from down this way, so they come home and visit every now and then. So I get a chance to talk with a lot of them.
Very cool.
Friendly community. You just show up at the course and say, wait for somebody to go out and play, and you can just say, hey, I'm new,
Tagging along.
and they'll let you come along, no problem.
That's nice of them.
So Neil, I thought of a round the horn question before the show actually started today.
Is it about
What?
Star Wars?
What?
No, it's not
What?
about Star Wars. It's
What?
about something more important.
Ooh.
This is a very important interview.
So it's about D&D.
Relationship, first meeting somebody question. I think everyone should ask, honestly, anyone that they ever come in contact with, they need to answer this for you. If you were a fruit juice, what kind of fruit juice would you be? It's deeper than it sounds. Give it a second.
it is.
Mull it
It is.
over. What juice defines you? Because everyone has their own perception
Can
of
this
their-
juice have
You're
alcohol
already-
in it?
You're already kicking you're already got your thumbs on the scales in saying mull it over.
Oh, see, mull. I wasn't even considering the alcohol element, but if people want to,
Yeah,
no,
I
no,
was
no,
like-
no.
that's something I
I
never.
wanna get-
That's
not
something I never
alcohol,
considered.
but-
Or
Oh,
spices.
pineapple juice, because you can put it on pizza.
What the hell just happened? We have just lost cabin pressure. Everybody,
Oh.
please remain seated.
Nate, Steph is reading. What's he drinking? It passionate something. What's it called? Passionate bourbon.
Bourbon, Nate, bourbon.
Redemption bourbon. That's what it was.
Redemption. That's what it was.
Redemption bourbon. I found it.
I know what juice I would be. I have my answer. I would be Pog.
What?
Pineapple, orange, guava, Pog.
Okay.
Okay. Why?
It's very popular. It's popular
Pineapple,
juice.
Orange. I got that.
I've had-
And guava. Yeah,
I've had pineapple juice. I've had guava juice.
and
Guavas
orange
are
juice. It's
actually
all
delicious.
combined.
Fuck.
It's super. Everyone, go find some Pog and try it. It's delicious.
Player of the game.
So good.
All right, Kerry,
Of course,
what you
going
thinking?
with cider. So, there you
What juice defines you?
What?
Juice defines me.
No juice defines me.
Sure it does.
Yeah, no juice
Uh,
defines you because Jesus defines you. Get it right.
Red wine.
No juice. I don't really drink a lot of juice.
if you were a juice, what kind of
Come
juice
on
would you
now.
be?
You got to
If
be a
you
juice.
were
Manish
made
is
out-
for Neil.
Now, I assume,
Neil would just be black
I
tar.
assume that you mean by this a fruit juice.
If you were made out of a fruit juice instead of human parts, what fruit juice would you
What?
be made out of?
Oh yeah.
That's Kool-Aid. Doesn't count, Ollie.
It's not a juice. Kool-Aid
Ollie's
is
made
not
out
a
of
juice.
Kool-Aid. He's not even juice anymore. He's just Kool-Aid.
Well, I guess I could probably go with my all-time favorite juice, which is
Okay.
the Welch's white grape juice.
Huh.
Okay.
Oh.
Fair enough.
All right, Kerry, you've got a little time to mull over this.
No, I was
Sounds
going to
good.
go with grape juice as well, but
Okay.
not like pure grape juice. I don't think I'd.
Like a Concord
Yeah,
From
more like
concentrate?
a processed kind, maybe.
from
got a couple of bottles
concentrate
of Concord
diluted
here.
grape juice.
Most juice you drink is already fucking preloaded with apple juice, anyways.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
All right,
Maybe.
Nidimus.
Strawberry banana. Because like I try to jive with most people, and I don't know too many people who would just be like, "Yeah, fuck strawberry banana."
Yeah,
I
right.
can't drink that."
I'll fuck with strawberry banana. Like everybody likes a little strawberry banana.
Yeah.
I hear that.
The one they make at the Orange Julius is pretty good.
True.
They don't have those in the Midwest.
Don't have Orange Julius
Also,
there?
it also
Not
makes
anymore.
a good daiquiri.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Goes with a lot of stuff.
All right, Ollie,
Kids will,
man.
kids will drink it. Adults.
I am orange juice all the way. A nice sharp orange juice.
No,
Ah, sends shivers down my spine when I get a really good glass of orange juice.
Pulp or no pulp?
No pulp.
What's your
No.
what's your
Oh, I'm
You're
extra pulp
pulpless.
all the way.
All pulp.
Ooh.
No,
Pulpy
I
juice.
don't like feeling the pulp go down my throat. I just like drinking a nice smooth orange juice.
See,
Nice
I was like that as a
smooth.
kid, and then I changed. I was like, fuck yeah, you need to have pulp. And they're actually drinking orange juice because you don't know if there's no pulp in there. How do you actually know you're really drinking orange juice?
Yeah, how the fuck do you know, Ollie?
Someone
You
with
know.
pulp.
You're just
I-
making
Were
it
you
up.
Could be
there?
fucking
Maybe
Sunny
I don't
D.
care.
Were you there when they made it? No.
You just believe in the lies that the
You
man
could put
so much
fake
faith.
pulp in other orange juice if they wanted to.
You,
And fake
you have
orange juice.
so much faith that it's actually orange.
Nate's got it.
I just like the
Extra pulp.
taste. All
I
right,
like to chew my
just
own
like the
shit.
taste.
Oh,
Get
Man,
off my back.
I agree
Pulp-
with Neil. Extra pulp all the way. I'm trying to get my kids on it. They want no pulp. I remember that
Fuck
when I was
pulp.
a kid.
We're into pulpology here.
Pulpology.
no, pulpogenics has been a real
Apologetics.
problem in this. It's been a real
Pulpogenics.
problem.
There we go.
Well,
Hey man, it helps clean your pipes apparently.
Whatever, man. I got
yeah,
other
the
little-
fiber.
Whoa.
The fiber's good.
Whoa. Easy there. I cleaned
got
my
other-
pipes last night. It's all good.
Other, Neil, other side.
your pipes produce white grape juice.
Other side.
Yes, they do.
Oh my god.
Maybe the same side, but someone else.
Look out for number
Either way.
one. Is if you don't have the pulp, then you're infidels.
Oh,
Un-
look
un-
out for number one. I watched your Bread of Life video today.
yeah.
Thanks for making that.
Ooh, bread is nice.
So, Kerry, what was your answer? Let's refresh everybody where we're at. Neil, what did you say? You said
Welch's white grape juice.
white
Yeah,
grape,
I just went with ordinary grape juice.
grape juice for Kerry. Nidimos, you said the strawberry banana.
Yep.
Dr. Ben, you said the
Pog.
the weirdo fucking
Pog.
17
Pineapple
grape
orange
juice.
guava.
I remember that tree. It grew in my nana's front yard. The bog tree. All right, Ollie Man said orange juice, no pulp. Stephanie, what say you?
Fresh pressed apple cider.
Oh,
Oh, we got our
Not
first
bad at all.
cheater. Our first cheater. I was
What do
wondering
you
when
Why
the
is that a
ciders-
cheater?
I was wondering when the cider and the wine people would show up, to try to corrupt our pure game. I mean, there's
No,
something weird.
cider is not. I didn't say fresh. I said fresh press, unfermented, aka apple juice. Fresh
And then
press.
Stephanie has a little flask that she
Cider
produces.
does not necessarily have alcohol in it.
Yeah,
If it doesn't have alcohol, why does it exist? Like, let's be real.
because it's apple fucking juice and it's unfiltered.
Air, is that a
Right.
statement of faith?
No,
In the chat,
it's
sorry.
let it sit around long enough. Sure enough, it will have alcohol, just like grape juice. The white grape juice turns into Chardonnay.
All right, Randolph, I'm gonna need you to unmute for a second. It's your turn. What
Sorry,
juice?
what was that?
What is your juice? Is your
Sorry, my favorite juice?
Mm.
Menishewitz
What
Concord.
juice find you?
The
Oh, the
Jewish people,
ministry.
half the Jewish people tell me it's just grape juice. The other half love it.
What's that? Menishewitz? How do you pronounce that, Neil?
Manischewitz. He's
Manischewitz.
talking about wine. That's your first cheater.
Hold on.
Holding on. Oh, he's got some. He's got some in the tuck.
Manischewitz, what a wine. Here we go.
Nate's leaving.
Hey, you better run, Nate.
Bummer.
Yeah,
run,
Nate just doesn't want to be here with me.
No,
Get it, Nate.
here with either of us. He hates it.
Totally get
Nate's
it.
afraid that I'm gonna try to get him
You're
to join
welcome,
my
Aaron.
cult again.
When I mentioned, I find that there's people who, like, it seems to be in the Jewish community, people either love it or hate it. There doesn't seem to be anybody in between that I've met so far. It's a
Yeah.
popular drink.
Okay.
I find most wines better. This one I really like.
I have some official, authentic Jewish grape juice here.
Nice. Yeah.
No,
Appreciate it.
seriously. I'm not kidding. It's Kedem. 100% grape juice right there.
Nice. Okay.
Little tiny bottle. Don't know. My mom gave them to me last week.
Oh.
But
wow.
you gave them to me because it's expired, right, Mom?
If anyone's friends with McKinnon Mitchell on
They're
Twitter,
not. I'm kidding. They get them at the home that she lives at. So
blow him up and tell him that we want him here because he thinks he's like, did you send me this on accident?
I need to put my eyes on
No, McKinnon, it wasn't an accident. We want you here.
McKinnon. What?
Who? What?
Where's McKinnon?
I sent him a link.
Oh,
We're getting some sort of weird echo or background noise, eh? Feedback.
yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is a little odd.
Time to test who it is.
No sugar, coloring, or flavor added.
I'll mute.
Congo. Serve chilled.
Serve you chilled.
I think
It's,
you found it.
It's kosher for Pesach. FYI. See if we got Hebrew. Unbelievable. Right there.
Now, I have from an unknown source. They're just messaging me now. It says full pulp coconut juice is literal semen. Changed my mind. I'm not going to out this person or describe in detail how I came across this info. But if anybody has any
All of us can
counter-
look in the private chat and find out who said it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Colin, what are you doing?
I cannot with that juice.
Hey,
I'll just out
McKinnon.
myself. I don't care. I just typed it when I didn't have an opportunity to say so. Like, has anyone had like the like pulpy like?
There you go,
mouth,
Nidamos, for you right now. Gross.
right?
Yeah, it's not-
Like, drink that shit. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
I have
It's
had
white and it's
coconut
got
juice.
the chunkiness and it's just. Bleh.
I don't mind it. I like it.
I can't. I think I'm. Maybe I'm just the kind of person that wouldn't swallow it.
I've never eaten bananas until I was like almost 25. And I tried, I was like, oh, I don't like this. Like I've just, as a kid, I just never ate them. I just never wanted, never tried it. That was my picky food. And then I tried it as an adult and I was like, oh God, is this what sperm tastes
Now-
like? And then my manager was like,
Oh,
not that sweet, but mostly. I was like, oh no.
I'll have
think
coconut
you-
cake and frosting and almond joys, but not, the liquid part.
I
Right.
Oh, I love it.
you need to appreciate the difference between the salt receptors and the sweet receptors when it comes to the difference between coconut milk / paste and
Sorry.
just
What
saying.
stuff in the chat's just killing me right now.
I mean, one is very salty, one is not so salty, one is rather sweet.
Sure.
So it's that I think you're conflating the visual impact and the
I've been a very
gustatorial, shall we say, impact. It's like what?
I've been a very texture and taste person forever, so it's hard for me to get past even that.
Well, I just never.
I get you on sometimes for me the texture of things can throw me
Yeah.
as well.
Sure, but if you can't tell the difference between coconut milk and
Yeah, you can't tell the difference between those two. There's,
Okay.
there's a
I'm
problem.
sorry.
At the time it happened, I had not performed the alternate condition experiment, so I imagined.
In other words, it was the first time you drank coconut milk.
Yes.
Sorry,
I haven't had the bravery
I'll
to
step
try
up.
anything else.
Well, this went a direction I didn't expect.
I know.
Or
Oh,
opportunity.
It's gone
I don't
off the
know.
rails. Off the rails.
I'm glad I've got Stephanie's face redder than I don't know what.
Redder than it was before.
Yeah, well, it's pretty rad.
How did it go anyway, Stephanie?
Oh, it was good. We got. We got 8 times 24 matches in today, and
Nice.
which is cuckoo, and we need to do another. We really need to get another 20 tomorrow. It's match racing is really fucking crazy. It's bang 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 bang.
Sounds like the newlywed neighbors I have.
It's
Oh my
it's-
goodness.
It's pretty intense.
They're
It's a
probably
pretty
Christians.
cycling of
They probably
very short contest between two boats, and it's kind of fun. It's an interesting game.
Yeah, for sure. I've in my youth, anyways, my dad had a boat, so we went to a lot of stuff like that. So it is a lot of fun to watch. Sailboats
But
are awesome.
It takes a team of about, I'd say 12 officials to make an assembly of 24 sailors to have a fair contest.
Wow.
It's over. It's over. It takes a lot of effort to do it, and that's why it's not really altogether that popular, except on levels like the America's Cup or really high visibility.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a very, very different aspect of the sport of sailing, but within the sport of sailing, it's a lot of fun to watch because of the game. It's pretty neat. Yeah, it was fun, but I'm sunburned.
Awesome. McKinnon, what have you been up to? Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I've been working on the documentary right now. That's why I didn't realize, like, I didn't mean to like be insulting when I said, "Did you mean to send this to me?" Like, I was like, I didn't figure. I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell's going on.
Well, we always send links to join us. Yeah, I mean, especially when folks have been on the show. So,
Well, I'm happy to be here.
very cool. And John Hudson wants to know what you're doing, Randolph.
He is.
Building a studio.
Finishing up our studio. He's putting in the electrical wiring and lighting and whatnot. And it looks like he's put a shelving unit in it. I see. I've been around there to find all this stuff out myself lately, but he's technically building our studio for True North Talk. So
Really?
we're back at her. We're back at her, getting it going, and we're hoping to be taking calls soon. So you never know.
Oh, shit, man! Look at
Sounds
you,
like a really
building
cool
whole
idea.
studio.
What's that?
Sounds like a really cool idea.
Yeah. It's. I think it's going to be the first of its kind in Canada.
It'll be focused for Canadian ideas.
Nope. It'll be anyone can call. We're going to have like an 800 number, so anyone can call from wherever.
Ah.
Canada always welcomes the world, and so we're Canadian, so we'll be doing that.
Awesome.
There'll be some apologetics involved, I assume.
Yeah, we'll be saying
That will
sorry.
be up to the callers, because I'm sure some apologists will call in and want to
Sure.
apologize for stuff,
And
and because we're Canadian, we'll
I want
welcome.
to apologize.
They'll want to run through their
Okay.
classics.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
call in just to apologize
You-
because it's
what?
Canadian.
All right, you can do that, Ben.
Hey Neil.
I just phoned in to say sorry.
Sorry, eh?
So, do I apologize now or later or both?
Whenever you want, whenever you feel it's appropriate to apologize, just say sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I should have known that.
See,
Hey
It is
Neil.
pretty much apologize for shit they don't even need to. Yes, and it is.
Yes. So, this is a fun fact about me. I missed out, like, because I didn't start collecting Lego until about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to scour through my pieces to see how far I could get through the like 2003 or 2004 Spider-Man bridge battle set.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I ended up, I've built almost all of it. I'm obviously missing a few minifigures, but I had to color swap a few things, but I've mostly got it done.
Wow, cool. What
Yeah.
minifigures are you missing? Because I got a bunch.
Craven,
Yeah, don't
Scarlet
have Craven.
Spider, and
Don't have Scarlet
Spider
Spider.
Woman.
I have Spider Woman.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I have Spider Woman. I also have but he wasn't really part of the original set. I have Carnage too.
Oh, I've got like 3 Carnages, but because they reprinted the shit out of that. But like,
Yeah.
I
But I
actually
also have,
put together a cart of the.
Iron-
Nice.
Iron Spider too, right? He's right here.
Yeah. I put together like a Bricklink cart of the Lego Marvel figures I'm missing, and so far it's at $212.
Yeah, they're not cheap, dude. Especially if
No.
they're from older sets.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Like
in
I
the
use StockX because they seem to be the cheapest when it comes to older retired sets.
Ah.
So I go onto StockX and I've purchased the Doctor Who one. I've got some of the ones I purchased already that came. They're way cheaper. They're like half the price, half the going rate for stuff.
Yeah, I'm hoping to stumble upon it on like a Facebook listing at some point where someone
ones
just
I
like,
saw-
Oh, I didn't know I had that.
This one I saw elsewhere for like $700, and I got it for I think $240 Canadian. It's the Ghostbusters,
The one before the reprint that they
Before
basically
the-
done. Yeah,
before just the vehicle, before the
Yeah.
collector series.
nice.
This one comes with the minifigs, which is why I was after it.
Right.
So. And
Yeah,
the other one I bought, which is worth, I've seen it go for over 400. I got it for 180. Was the original Guardians Milano.
The Milano. I got that
Yeah.
for 100.
Well, yeah.
On
it's,
Facebook.
Oh, there you go.
I lucked out like hell. Yeah.
I love
Oh
the
yeah.
design
Thanks.
of that
Look
shit.
out for number one.
Hmm?
Oh,
Nidimus, when are you gonna get the Star Wars set? Nidimus.
I don't fall for scams.
I did.
Shots fired.
No, but random. Sorry. Look out for number one. Thanks. I'm actually planning on redoing my first video and splitting it into like 5 separate smaller videos with my better microphone. But you know, when I get time, I'll do that.
And I just got the new Ultimate Collector Series, Luke's Landspeeder as well.
Nice.
It's gorgeous. And that's where I got the extra gifts from.
I've actually recently got into playing Marvel Champions card game, tabletop card game. It's a living card game, which is nice because it's kind of like Lego, where like if you get the thing, you always have exactly the thing. You don't have to worry about randomness.
Mhm.
And with a living card game, it's just like they're always going to keep stuff in print, so you don't have to worry about like, oh no, I can never get my hands on such and such hero or something. So I'm collecting that as well for my kids and I to eventually play. They already like it, even though they can't really understand what's going on when I play it. It's fun. It's very, very, very flavorful to the Marvel comic and cinematic universe, which has been neat. And you can play it by yourself, so you don't have to worry about like finding motherfuckers to play with. So I've been playing solo campaigns of like Captain Marvel versus Ultron and things like that.
Oh shit! Which version of Ultron? The one from the What If TV show?
It's more akin to like some blend of the comics and movie version of Ultron. The hardest part is how many damn drones he'll use to attack your hero. And so if you have a hero that's not very good at attacking, you're just fucked. You're just dead. About halfway through the game, you're like, oh, I'm dead.
This, I think, Tons of Mice posted something in the chat here. I think it's a great name that we should call apologists from now on.
Ooh.
Oh, hang on. Every time I do that, somebody always types and then I lose it. Guardians of the Fallacy.
That's so good.
I love that. That's so funny. Yes.
That's fucking brilliant. Tons, I think you just released the smartest thing you've ever said. And funniest at the same time.
Frank Turek would be the Drax.
yeah.
This buff ass dumbass.
Who would be the Rocket Raccoon?
Except he's not a raccoon.
Right.
Who would be the
Sean
Rocket Raccoon?
McDowell, maybe?
Sean McDowell?
No. We need someone snarkier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's got to like have a real like just fuck you attitude like at all times.
I mean, Ray Comfort.
Comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck.
And he'd pull out his banana like it was a weapon. There you go.
Yeah.
Can we make a post? We need to make a poster. Someone needs to Photoshop a poster.
I'm on it.
Ray Raccoon.
I'm fucking on it. Watch me.
Yes, we need this.
And
I want merch. I want merch made of this. We could sell so much.
Can I illustrate it rather than do Photoshop?
Sure.
Of course.
That works, yeah.
Whatever's fastest.
We could
But
also
Kevin,
do both.
You might want in on the deal that I got going because I've now officially made Mikey my official partner on the channel, not just the producer. So it's going to be
hell yeah.
deconversion stories featuring or with Neil the 64 Atheist and Mikey Famine, and featuring whatever guest. So we need new art for the show. We need new logos. We need new stuff like that. And the person that we choose to be the winner, if we like their logos and header banners and stuff like that, then I'm going to give them a signed copy of my very first CD that was released back in 2007 and some cash too, because your time is worth money. So
fucking bring it on, man.
So we're looking. We just need to find someone that's willing to do up some artwork and get it to us, and then we'll pick and choose which ones we want.
Yeah, send me details, your parameters, and everything. And I don't want to go too in depth to this. I don't know if you guys are having like develop like a branding guideline for it, but if you have that in mind,
Well, just basically, for the banner, for the YouTube banner or whatever, it just has to be deconversion stories with Neil of 6 for Atheist, Mike Famine, and little pictures of each of us in the corner, and then a smaller kind of version of that with like the one I have now, but like both our heads in there, and little deconversion stories with, and then just our pictures or something like that.
Oh,
okay. You have like color palettes picked out, or whoever just has the best one, go for it.
Well, what I kind of want to do is for the banner, at least, what I'd like to do is have the American flag, Canadian flag kind of blending into each other, and Mikey on the American flag side and me on the Canadian flag side. A little bit, because as you can see, my current logo is very Canadiana. It's got the white and the red and etc. Yeah. So something like that where we can blend the two and then just find some cool font and put deconversion stories with Neil the 604 Atheist and Mikey Famine for the title. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. However, that might change in the future, but we could do that for now. And I should write a guide. You're right, HR. And then just a little circular one like my current one, but with me and Mikey in it, and same sort of thing in there.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
You're saying you need some digital artwork done, like with you in it. I don't know anybody. God, who can we find? I might know a guy.
Notice.
IQ, I'm not saying put my head on fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger's body. Okay,
it's been done, man. Forget about it.
I know that.
We're talking about like just graphics, making shit look cool. I got that covered.
What you could do though is you could definitely help with the Guardians of the Fallacies.
Yeah.
And photoshopping those guys onto the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Tangelo is Groot.
Oh.
I am Shroud.
You know what he says? You know what he says instead?
Were you there? We need this.
Oh,
we need this to be a poster. I would buy this if it was a poster. Someone please do it. I will give you money.
So who's going to be Star-Lord?
That's what I was about to ask. Like, it's got to be someone who's dumb as shit but charismatic.
Hovind.
Darth Dawkins.
Hovind, yeah.
No.
See, like the shit that I'm working on right now is like, all right, picture Trump. He's like Pee-wee dead in Pee-wee's Playhouse, right? And then like, what the hell is his name? Shazam or whatever. Like a little box opens up and it's like Ted Cruz's face, and he's like Mecca, oh my God, I hate you so much. Like that's the shit I'm working on right now.
I'm going to take a bit of a break here, guys. So I'm going to remove myself. That's exactly what I was going to do. Hi, Bree.
Hi, Bree.
Hey, everybody.
I like your shirt. It's nice.
Yeah, it was Friday the 13th, so I have a whole bunch of Friday the 13th shirts. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually see you guys.
You sure you want to do that?
Maybe I'll
Good to see you, Bree.
70%.
Long time.
I'm more pleasing to the eye because I'm a cartoon.
I'm taking a break, Mikey, so you can come back in. Just boot my ass out of here. And
you guys know I'm mostly going to focus on Ben anyway. Hi, Ben.
Oh, hi.
Well, and
It's getting spicy in here.
Yeah.
Is it getting hot in here, or am I just cold-blooded in the sun? Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes, you're like a marine iguana, Mikey.
Yeah, I was like, or am I just... I'm just a reptile that needs a heat lamp.
Enough about Mitch McConnell, though.
Oh, baby.
It's like that motherfucker is just out of reach. It's like he can almost get to it, so he's sustaining, but not thriving. That's for sure.
Ooh, Bree might have some ideas for her current project.
Oh, for the artwork or for
The artwork.
or for properly stunning Mitch McConnell.
Oh.
But mostly the Guardians of the Fallacy.
Oh, for who would be Star-Lord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I need to watch that again.
It's
That's
got
my
to be
favorite.
Darth Dawkins, right?
I was thinking Darth Dawkins, but they don't agree with me.
I almost want to say they have to be real life charismatic to some extent.
Yeah, Darth Dawkins is not charismatic.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever the
Mr. Batman as Drax the Destroyer.
I bet you he is. After you strip all the bullshit off of him.
Speaking of Darth Dawkins,
We've only met him in argue mode.
Well, when he was ranting and raving about me for 90 minutes one time, he mentioned that I do electrical work, so I can't be stupid, otherwise I'd be dead. I take that as a compliment.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, the guy from Capturing Christianity.
Cameron Bertuzzi.
No, that's what
I
Air's saying.
I think
he's not that well known. Like
I think
he's
G-Man
well
is
known to
Star-Lord.
us because of
G-Man, yeah, G-Man.
G-Man is Star-Lord. He's got to have some extra dimensional deity helping him with the level of bullshit that he is providing. No one can touch the level of bullshit he's put out.
I watched one G-Man, like, you can call it a debate, and after that, I was like, I genuinely don't think I ever need to see this guy, hear this guy's voice
ever. You only need one.
Cameron as Gamora,
which I appreciate. One and
I'm
done.
assuming everybody's all in agreement that Rocket is can't hold.
Nah,
it,
man.
Right? I mean, that's
The rabbit is correct.
You know, I
I've
like
heard
Bree's
G-Man say
idea
some
for
pretty
Kent
awful
Hovind
shit.
being Rocket.
I would
actually,
make
rather than Ray
Alyssa
Comfort.
Childers Gamora, but that's
Who for Gamora?
Alyssa Childers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't
that
have
would
as
make
much to
us
pick
the
from.
baddies, right?
I think somebody could put some sound bites of Kent Hovind over Rocket talking and probably make it work.
I actually do like that a lot better than Ray Comfort as Rocket. I think,
Yeah.
because Kent Hovind is always pissed off and like just always, you're a moron, you know, and like something that feels.
Oh
Rocket,
yeah,
you know?
you're right.
So funny.
I
Well,
retract.
Edge, yeah.
I kind of hate all of this now because I really, really like Rocket and I really like the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I just really want to backtrack on all this because I don't want to think of like fucking Ken Hovind every time I see him.
I know that third one's coming out.
Wipers! Like he's just like I love his little moments, and I would hate to think of wipers, wipers. Like I would hate for that to start bleeding into the fucking post.
I have no shame in
You know
saying
what would
that
be even
Guardians
better?
of the Galaxy 2 is actually my favorite movie.
What we could also
good.
do, instead of having actual Kent Hovind, have Dr. Josh Bowen's impression of Kent Hovind.
I like that more. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm back on board. I'm back on board.
Then you could
got
actually
me
fix
back.
what he says to the lip movements.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which Marvel character always had a fan blowing on him in a Hawaiian shirt?
Oh yeah, you'd have to put put Rocket in a Hawaiian shirt too.
Oh no!
I have the
That'd be
technology.
fantastic.
Don't do it.
Oh my gosh, and you could have Groot as Matt Powell behind him, just in a little Hawaiian shirt too.
In the moment, we all thought if we could, we never thought about if we should.
Yes. Well, but our other idea that was to have Groot be Otangelo, but Matt Powell be funny too.
Shroud of Turin.
That was scary.
We're calling it the ShamWow of Turin.
The ShamWow.
Wow.
Well, we are all sinners. All of you. Every single one of you is a sinner. You gotta stop this.
You would
darn.
consider it right now.
Of course, Otangelo is funny until he isn't. You know.
Yeah, his whole thing with the trans community went way too far.
Yeah, and
we're all sinners in somebody's religion. How do the people who met you feel about you? That's what.
They
That's
also
what matters.
think I'm a sinner.
Fitty.
Well, you know, my take on all this stuff is I don't really care what you believe. It's what you do with your belief that matters. And some people do things with their beliefs that matter a great deal to the people that they despise.
Yeah.
And that is, you know, that's where I draw the line. It's like I don't, you know, believe what you want. It's what do you do with it?
Doesn't matter what you believe. How does that affect your behavior?
Yeah. And it's very difficult to actually hold a belief that you wouldn't act on in some way in some time. So, I mean,
It's going to have some intrinsic effect on your behavior somewhere up and down the line, and that's where I come in and start kicking some ass because I'm tired of people being assholes.
It's going to affect the way you vote or something like that, right?
Yep,
So,
exactly. Even if you say nothing about it, you're going to act on it in some way.
I believe in trucks.
Oh, why do we
Trucks
have
make the
Pluto as
world
a
go round.
background? If someone could tell me, just interested in knowing.
And
What's that?
What was the question?
Why do we have Pluto as the background?
Why not?
How often are you staring
Oh,
at
that's
Pluto? That you
Pluto?
just zoomed in and like knew that was Pluto.
Huh.
That
That's
is
pretty
It's got a heart
smart.
thing on it.
I have those things just in my brain.
Oh,
You're
Brain
dealing
does
with
know
like a
things
different
about
caliber
things.
I
of like
didn't
nerdism
even-
here.
okay. All right. Let
This
me
should
see
be
what else-
expected.
Let me see what else I got in the back room here. See if anybody else can guess some of the other.
YouTuber formerly known as Brainbug.
Do you
Right.
have Star
That's
Wars
not the
as a
cantina.
background? Because you need
what
that.
is that?
That's not
Like
the
the
cantina.
a dead end in Doom? What is this?
I don't know.
All the
It's an
scene in
actual.
Inception.
It's
Looks
an
like the
actual.
sun.
It's an actual image. Let's see if you guys can guess what it is. Maybe I'll throw those.
I'm
up.
playing
That's the thing.
trucks, so I
It's
can't
a dead
see it.
end in the Doom.
Is this
The
the
Doom
intro
game.
to Robert
Out of bounds.
Rodriguez's logo for his film company, film studio? Which one was that again? Shit.
Is this the?
I'm
surface of the
driving to
sun?
Finland.
All right. Can we get actual guesses? Like everyone's,
Globbin, Gooben.
My guess was serious.
what was your guess?
A dead end in the Doom.
Oh, okay. 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 So,
It's
no.
that three-legged dog off the Alice in Chains album.
Also, no. All right. Guesses.
I said the surface of the sun. I don't.
Yeah.
Really zoomed
First,
in
first
pizza
thing I
crust.
said was the sun.
It is the sun.
Oh my fucking hell!
Okay.
It's a equilateral projection of the sun.
Yeah. Oh, could
That would
can you give
explain
me
why
a,
the top is so
Can you give
short.
me a Mercator projection? Because that was what
See,
was making
That's what
me.
threw you off. You needed to like the orange peel
Yeah,
halves.
the stretch made me think it was, like, oh, when you go the wrong way in Doom, it's just, oh, I'm in the maze and polygonal.
It's actually a picture of what the universe is going to look like by the time True North Talk premieres.
Oh shit!
Shots fired.
What's gonna happen first? Habermas releases his magnum opus or True North Talk?
They're gonna fix Medicare.
We do see True North Talk
No,
in
that'll never
construction, though,
happen.
right here on my screen.
How long has it been in construction, though?
It's going to be the world's greatest
Since I've
studio. It's
known
going to
them.
have freaking mini bar and
That one like super fluid at the Cambridge University will drip.
it's gonna have,
Oh,
like, glass
finally,
sliding
the
doors.
longest experiment. Yeah. Well,
Goddamn
I
cat,
mean-
stop it.
are you guys even ready for it to launch? Like y'all talking this big game, like, oh, give it to us. Y'all not even ready.
I don't have enough
No.
faith
To be a True North
Hey,
Talk.
it's already
to be a True North Talk believer.
look down in the description. You can see the link. All y'all haven't even subbed yet. So first of all, the crowd's not
Oh,
ready yet.
Okay.
So that means y'all need
Hold on.
another.
I
open.
subbed. I don't know what you're talking about. I
About
subbed.
to.
I'm just saying, y'all haven't even like warmed up enough to be ready for this.
I will remind you
I
that I
subbed.
keep this as my icon, one of my side
I'm
icons.
already subbed. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Just
I'm a
throwing
Don't
that
know
out
what
there.
you're talking about.
Will happen. I think it's pretty cool. Keep
You're
working. on it.
talking to the loyal fans here, Mikey, telling us we haven't
I
subbed yet.
wasn't.
What the fuck?
Y'all, there's more than just the 9 of us, the 9 and you guys, or me and the 9 of y'all. There's more than that. There's another 30 people out there. I don't know if all of them sub. So, I mean, a hit dog will holler. And I mean,
No,
I
you were
wasn't
talking
even
to
bringing
us.
my foot that way. But you started
This is just you
yiping
trying
about
to
how you were
recover.
already subbed. Let me just.
Well,
go
the
ahead and
people who
look.
are watching this after the fact, it could be like this is up there
Bam.
forever.
Yep.
Forever.
Well,
But he was talking to us.
Is that
Okay,
your own
before
art
he said
behind
it.
you?
No, hell no, no.
I was
These
going
are
to say,
all
oh my.
coloring book pictures that I have yet to get around to coloring.
But yeah, it'll when it happens, you'll be ready, or will you?
Who knows?
Are you prepared for True North Talk's return?
True North Talk will come like a thief in the night.
It's got to come around once before it can be a return. What are you talking about?
What would you do? What would you do if True North Talk came back today?
Yeah, how can it come back? It hasn't
I'd
been
call
yet.
in.
Your statement is false.
No mortal man knoweth the
And
day.
say thank you for the show. And that's
No mortal men know of the date. You're right. You're 100% correct.
I love this community way too much.
IQ, I missed your face.
Well, I'm glad I didn't miss it. Like, I mean, I'm kind of stuck with it, but I mean, I appreciate that, man.
It looks like you missed it with the razor.
A little bit.
No, it looks good. No, don't let
I have
them.
no idea how funny that is.
That is a roast. I love it.
Ollie, man, didn't you just shave your little facial hair you had? Like
What?
what?
What are you talking
A
about?
week and a half ago? Didn't you have like
No,
a
it's
little
got to be like 8 months ago now. That's 6 months ago. something
8
like that.
months, 6 months?
Yeah.
You tried out the goatee.
The last time I had facial hair was for November, so I shaved it off at the end of November.
I smoke a lot of weed.
I have a single beard hair now.
That's the first thing we need to come.
Although I could use a shave right
You
now.
can keep plucking that thing, or not.
No, I need to name
No,
it
I
and keep
know,
it as a
I
pet.
No. Don't do that. You don't want to start forming attachments. That's the first mistake, because then
I'm
you're gonna
totally
have
kidding. I'm gonna shave until it grows better.
I was about to say, because then you're gonna have to clip it, and it's gonna fuck you up emotionally. It's no
Ben,
good naming them. Don't name them this early. Just number it. If you have to categorize them, you have to.
Guns,
But
they're
It's
not
okay, dude. You
boomerangs.
just, it's okay.
Go eat you some crust on the bread, like,
It just, no,
just leave your
watch some Tool
contact.
Time.
it is what it is.
hold on.
Well,
Yeah,
folks, I have to get up in the morning, so I'm going to bow out here.
All right,
And
Kerry.
Kerry,
Nice meeting you all.
Good evening.
thanks for sharing your story, dude.
Yeah,
Anytime.
thanks so
Okay.
much, man. It was fun
Yes.
having you on. And you are formally
Very good.
welcomed from now on. If you ever see us going live, shoot me or Neil a DM, and we'll shoot you the link so you can pop in and say hello to the next new person.
That sounds awesome. Thank you.
But welcome to the community, man.
All
It's
right.
been a pleasure to meet you and to hear your story. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, Kerry.
And I guess I'll talk to you guys later.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
For sure. And there will be a thank you tweet if you guys want to go stalk Kerry later on.
Oh, stalking is happening.
I don't stalk anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't have the time. God, it's so much.
I know
time
it's
to
a
talk
it's a
to
time
someone.
intensive activity.
You gotta really dedicate many hours
Yeah.
for
And it's
any
so
kind of
easy to
result.
mess it up. Like, so easy to screw it up.
What if you're at the wrong house? Oh,
You get in the
man.
wrong window can be a problem.
You just been sitting there trying to figure out what you need to learn. You're on the wrong side of the building. It's the north side, not the south side. You've been staring at Myrtle, fucking feeding her fucking ferns for the last 6 weeks for nothing. She's a great lady, by the way.
Yes, I hand feed my ferns.
Do
I
you
take
really-
bread out to the lawn and I throw bread at my ferns.
Do they? Oh, okay.
You have
So
ferns in your lawn.
you said you hand,
Ferns in the
Well,
lawn.
that- but but then you said you just cast the bread out at them.
No, I have ferns that it's
Carnivorous.
like a mimic. They're
Oh,
like
no.
mimic ferns.
Okay. Fair enough.
Right.
So
I'm mad that I just created that.
raise
Well,
your
I'll
hand.
be on for a
Yeah.
little bit, so
It sounds
Raise-
like yes to me.
Raise your
No, y'all.
hand. Raise your hand if you know what a mimic is.
Like,
Hand fed ferns.
Like,
Okay,
That's for, yeah. What the fuck?
that
but
was the.
there's a few different
definitions.
definitions for mimic.
Like, I feel like
Is this there is a an organism, I believe, that has a nickname mimic. There is a plant, I believe, that also has a name mimic, and there also is the creature that is also called a mimic. So which one are you
Well,
talking
then
about
there's also different definitions for hand fed, because it could be that I'm feeding it by using my hands, or I could be feeding the fern hands.
Yes, I could be feeding it my hand.
Why are we talking
I'm
about
feeding
fern
it other people's hands. I wouldn't ever
like
feed it my
archery, too.
hands. Yeah,
It's fed.
someone else's hands. I collect hands to feed to my lawn ferns.
On Fernby.
Lawn fern bee.
Why would you feed a fern a hand?
No.
No, it's
The lower grows.
Lawn fern bee.
Good night, HR.
Not a morning goes by when I have my show that we don't end up talking about Murbies, and it's completely your fault, then.
It is my
Murbies.
fault,
Murbies.
and I love it. I have
I
made a
don't
mark
want a
on your
Murby.
life, Bree.
everything is your fault. That's the way it goes. Those are the rules.
Oh, fuck, these people are driving so slowly.
All right, I
It's
gotta
probably
go.
someone's grandma, Ben. Be gentle. Gently pass them.
No, they
Use the
can move
middle lane.
over because they are in the left lane, and I'm driving to Finland. I'm going 130 something kilometers an hour.
Which is like 4 miles an hour.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
not
gonna
very
say,
fast
like,
at all. It's not exactly.
That's like legal in the U.S.
Yep. Yeah.
You're gonna get a ticket if you don't kick it up a couple of clicks. Like if you don't move it up, you don't move it along, you're obstructing traffic.
Exactly.
Especially with your big rig. Come on.
Yeah. The problem is that the European trucks like to tip over as they're small and top heavy.
So why did you ask us the question about the mimic, Mikey?
That's a good question. What the fuck was I talking about?
Squirrel.
Yeah, I definitely started.
Hands.
I started doom scrolling on Twitter, and
Mikey's just got a post-it note of random questions that he can just throw out there, so he buys him like 5 minutes of browsing time.
the post-it just says, "Remember, don't forget."
That's like a remember all, isn't it?
I
Oh yeah, Bree
lazy to
does
write
like
what
my
it was
big
about.
rig.
Yeah.
No, go to the Halloween store, get you one of those like little fake severed fingers, tie a little string around it, and like post it to the corner of your monitor. That'll remember.
I have 3
You'll know right there.
monitors, so then I was just like, well, now I need 3 fingers.
Just don't put one on the middle
all
monitor. You'll get offended.
sort of interesting product. It's like, what the hell is Remember All? Well, you take, you drink this little thing, and then you've got, it's called Remember All, and you remember all, and that's
Well, the
That's all.
remember all was a device from Harry Potter. It was the little gift that what's his name got from his grandmother, so that he wouldn't, whenever he forgot things, it would warn him.
oh,
Neville, yes, thank you.
Neville Longbottom. So I I listened to a really good podcast about people with like everyone like really like, oh, I wish I had like perfect memory and I could recall everything perfect. And then like they did a whole, I think it was like an NPR thing, like a This American Life episode. I have to find it for you guys. But there was probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 different people who all had absolutely perfect photographic memory, and about the trauma that they experienced because of it. How it is the worst thing that you could possibly imagine.
yeah, it sounds horrific to me, but you know.
Yeah.
Every single date is categorized in their brain, and they remember every single detail about it. So like if anything great happens, yeah, they can totally remember, like if your shoes were tied on January 4th in 1983, like they have all of that memorized. But also like
Just think of how
anything
much
traumatic-
RAM that takes up in your head. That would be a pain in the ass.
and they don't have any, and they have no consequences for it, right? Like they're perfectly functioning people, and everything's fine. But also they also have like this ridiculous amount of storage that the rest of us just can't. As far as I'm concerned, like their brain has tapped into something that all of us could, but we're missing something. Like we don't have that.
Yeah, I don't
That
know.
bridge isn't built. That switch isn't on to just record everything. But
Well,
a young lady that was on the show like had some very traumatic, triggering. I won't mention what they are, but you can use your imagination. Events happen to them, and that is in fucking 8K, 60 frames a second, cataloged in her brain also. So everyone's birthday, that's there. All of the stuff I learned in school, that's there. But all the bad shit, every time somebody's done something to them or lied to them, they remember the lie in specific, unfiltered detail.
Yeah, don't try to think of the stuff you're glad you've forgotten.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Imagine not being
grudges,
able to.
like grudges is a thing that's hard for them. Like not holding grudges against people because everyone else actually really doesn't remember what the hell you're fucking talking about. You're the only one that remembers that someone slighted you.
I suppose somebody like that would benefit from not beating around the bush and just laying shit out on the table when it happens, as it happens, like everybody should anyway. So
you'd have to go forward in life. You just have to. You'd have to call everybody out on everything.
You'd come across like a narcissist though, because you'd be like, oh, why do you remember the slightest little thing that I ever always do? People would be like, you're just always caring about how someone treated you, and it's like, no, I can remember. All I ever remember is how someone treated me. You know?
I think the difference between the person with the eidetic memory and the narcissist is the person with the eidetic memory is going to remember the good shit too.
Right.
Well, they're probably just the same problem.
Shit's going to be true.
Yeah, and probably have self-awareness about how to react with other people and like, right? Like, because they still have self-awareness.
Like in golf or something like that, where you have to let the other players play with a hand, like you have to play with a handicap because you have to understand that no one else can do what you do. Like you're not going to run into somebody else who's going to remember things and experience things in the moment the exact same way that you do. And that's got to be a weird spot to be. Is like, how is everyone else broken? Like, why can't everyone else remember?
They probably actually are always like equated to like narcissists, like we were talking about, but like because there's that narcissist, like they're always right, but in their case, they're like, well, it happened this way. Like, yeah, how do you know? No, I'm literally the only fucking person who does know. I'm always actually literally always inevitably right. I can't help it.
Run back the footage at 2 minutes and 4 seconds. You said, and then at 2 minutes and 8 seconds, I said. I mean, like to be that specific about something and be right about it. How do you argue with people at that point? You just kind of, I guess you just have to let it go.
Yeah, I would love to fucking be wrong. That would be great, actually.
It hasn't happened before. Please prove
I love the
wrong.
idea.
Please let me misremember something.
Yeah,
I don't want to like rain down on these people who like have like this trauma. I'm not trying to like just minimize that, but at the same time, I love the idea of there like being, because you're talking about superpowers. Every superpower, like there's just like a seminar of like people who come out there like, look, I have super strength. I can't actually drive my car correctly because I keep punching holes in the fucking floorboard, and like the flying thing, like they have no patience because they can just get there fucking faster. And like any superpower you think of, they're just like, no, it's fucking horrible. I hate everything. Like you're fine just the way you are. Like
that'd be a great movie.
Conversation.
That'd be a really good movie.
Did you ever watch The Boys?
I did. Yeah, fucking love The Boys.
If you guys haven't seen The Boys, it's on Amazon. It's kind of like what superheroes would be like in a modern setting. Like there's corporate sponsorships and lies in deceit and tax breaks and all of the, but it's also really nasty and dirty and gritty. Do not watch this shit with your kids. It's not fucking Superman. It is like if Superman came on during like Skinamax hours, like it's raunchy and they're real people. So it's a very similar insight into like having a superpower, but it being a real superpower and how that translates for the rest of your life.
I guess like the thing is like if you have a superpower, everybody has to have like the superpower, but then nobody really does. But like, because if you're just the odd man out, you're never gonna really fit in, you know. But if you're like everybody else, you're fine. But the only way having a superpower is a benefit if everybody has it, and then you're not superpowered. So I mean, it's a little.
I think at that point the word for it is privilege.
Yeah, I guess.
And for like My Hero Academia, it's like they call them quirks, and like I think it's like 70% of the world has a quirk. There's the 30% of people that are just like standard issue humans, but then there's most fucking general fucking
Mikey with the kung fu grip.
I'm just gonna have to say good night, y'all. Have a great evening, and
see you.
Night, Steph.
Good night, Stephanie.
See you later,
Good
Stephanie.
night.
Enjoy that suntan.
Holly.
Dan, are you fucking kidding me? I'm totally. I'm gonna lather up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Just submerge yourself. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Good night, Stephanie. But The Boys, and we're waiting on season 3.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's got Jensen Ackles in season 3 as well, I think.
I'm stoked
I
for
don't know who
season
that
3.
is.
I was like, there was a couple of shows that kind of I didn't know if they were gonna make it through the pandemic, and The Boys was one of them. Carnival Row didn't make it. If you guys were watching that with Orlando
I did.
Bloom,
Yeah, it was good.
it didn't make it.
Lovecraft Country didn't make it either.
Yeah, there's a few shows that were like they had like end of 2019 just like ridiculously killer first seasons, and then the pandemic happened, and then all the money dried up, and that's a wrap.
Yep.
You'll never see another episode of it.
They won't experiment with niche stuff either. Everything's got homogenous now because no one wants to take any risk because they don't know what the future holds.
Which the industry was like getting to, like they're trying to like formalize like the process of making onto like, you know, films and TV shows, and it's only become worse now with like COVID. They're like, we can't fucking risk it, you know.
And I think one thing that came out from it was shows like Falcon and Winter Soldier and like a WandaVision, all these like things that probably would have been movies before that have now turned into like serial things where it's like 12, 14 episodes, and they call it, or Mandalorian, like they call it a season. But that would have been a movie, probably.
Yeah,
But
well,
they turned
WandaVision was out before I realized it wasn't about Wanda Sykes. It just sounds this would be the right time for somebody like her to come out with her own series.
She's just
Wanda's
she's just sitting there
vision.
like they're like, all right,
Cold-hearted
Wanda.
bastard. Like just
Just waiting for her to
Anyway.
just march out there, all 5'1" of her, just strut
I
out
could
there.
see
in
her
the
being a
middle of the
Marvel
stage.
character.
Ooh. All right,
I mean, they already got enough of that quirky little, you know, side humor going into Marvel shows now. So, like, I could totally see her being a character.
Just waiting for TT Wanda to show up, and she never came. She just blew us off.
Hey guys,
What?
I can barely keep my eyes open, so I'm going to call it a night.
He's finally high.
Talk to you
the
all
first time.
later. Oh man, I did a lot of edibles earlier tonight too, so that's not helping.
You look it, man. You're having a good time. It looks like.
Ollie's
I
telling
got some
her.
green,
All right,
man. I
dude.
had to take a fucking nap like that. Now, I don't, that doesn't happen to me, man. Like,
I know.
why does this shit gotta smell like creme brulee, man?
Weed naps be the naps. Weed naps be the naps. Them
They are the
surprise
nappy naps. All right, cheers, guys.
Jeff did.
See, man.
Lucky Scientific Arts. Great to see you here.
So if we were gonna like
What's up,
start
Sadie?
putting, if we're gonna
Hey,
start putting,
guys.
hello, we're gonna start putting what's it called, comedians. If we're gonna start putting comedians as superheroes, who would be who?
Who would Bill Burby? That would be a fucking hilarious one.
George Carlin.
So who would George Carlin be? George Carlin, I think he's more like a
Professor X. That would fucking be great.
leader of the X-Men.
Christopher Hitchens did some stand-up comedy, and it was brilliant. His jokes were long-winded, but they were fantastic. I wonder who he could be.
He like the Doctor Strange. He over in the Weird Kids Club. He was smart. I think, who would be a Spider-Man of jokes? Probably like an Eddie Murphy. I can see Eddie Murphy as Spider-Man.
I'm thinking like Mike Epps.
This is kind of cheating because I mean everyone says Donald Glover should be Miles Morales, but Miles Donald Glover is a fucking comedian. I mean, and he's
You're not
fucking
wrong.
hilarious.
You're not wrong. I
Not
go
wrong.
with that. Yep. That's a swap. Instant swap. Fuck.
All right, I'm back. You guys better behave now.
I think Bernie.
Party is over, guys. Got to go home.
Dad's home.
What?
Dead here.
Mike, can we suggest
The party just started. I got here.
Hey, Mikey, can we suggest aspiring comedians?
Yeah, for sure.
Amy Newman.
Amy Newman, Scarlet Witch.
I know. I am the
Probably
life
like
of the
that.
party.
What about oh yeah, I just lost it. Oh, Bernie Mac should be Colossus. Because he ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Thickest skin in the game. And biggest heart.
Crickets.
I know, right?
I have they keep talking about doing this, and I've had a fan casting for a while, and I usually just don't do it because I know as soon as I say it, everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But whenever they get to the point where
Does,
they want to
Kerry
recast
still count as a comedian?
Wolverine, huh? Whenever they get to the point that they want to recast Wolverine, my pick, and I'm not shitting anybody when I say I'm dead fucking serious, is Shia LaBeouf. I know it'll never happen, but it's actually Shia LaBeouf.
No, Shia is a great fucking actor. Nobody likes him because he had that drunken incident and he did the Transformers movies. But I love Shia.
And he got jacked in one film, and he has this. He was in one music video with I actually don't ever fucking remember how to pronounce it, but it's SIA. But she.
Oh, Sia.
Yes, I didn't know if it's Sia or Sia. I just didn't want to screw with it. But that person, yeah, Sia. He got the screaming he did and everything. The only issue is his voice for me, and that's the only issue. But he's short, which everyone wants a short Wolverine. I actually see it working really well.
Wolverine's only 5'4". Having 6'1" Hugh Jackman didn't make any sense to me.
He's too big.
Cast him.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf's tiny though.
It's movies; they can make him look shorter.
Like the super duper tiny guy that yeah, motherfucker.
Well, he weighs 300 pounds too, so he's
he's actually completely useless though, logically. I don't understand why we've attributed so much love and attention to Wolverine. Could you imagine Wolverine fighting Thanos? What is he going to do there in any scenario? Isn't there
he
their
won't
main
die,
villain? Huh?
He won't die. That's the problem with Wolverine.
He'll just indefinitely get his ass kicked over and over.
Yeah, in the comics and shit, the more enraged he becomes, the quicker all of his powers are. So then he heals faster and faster. So the more you hurt him, the more you're gonna piss him off, the stronger he's gonna get. Until eventually his rage will just overcome you too.
Or he'll just exhaust Thanos to the point where Thanos is on all fours, fucking stop, and then Wolverine's healed. He's like, all right, done. It's over.
You'll hit him until your fucking fist is bleeding, and then when your hands broken.
Skeleton's the problem, which adamantium is stronger than vibranium. It's
an issue. Yep.
You can't get to his. You have to destroy. Would have to destroy all his soft tissue to take him out completely, and you'd have to be able to get to what's inside of his skull and stuff. That'd be.
Fuck. He even survived being completely encased in adamantium. So
you can't get him, dude.
He's been burned down to his skeleton, and
yep.
So it's just
bones. I stand corrected. He could at least tire Thanos out.
Yeah, he's that's what he does for the X-Men too. He's take the hits because you can heal. That's like Deadpool.
Basically, just throw Wolverine.
He's like the Twinkie of the Marvel universe.
Colossus literally does throw him. He throws him at the bad guys. I shit you not. That's
fastball special.
Exactly. That's what they call it. Oh my gosh! I got other comic book nerds in here. Who knew?
Yo, I'm not gonna front. The greatest comic book joy I've ever experienced was playing that Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. Bro, they brought in everybody from I'm like, oh, who are you? Scarlet Witch. Oh, what an interesting character. Man, watch 2 YouTube videos about Scarlet Witch. You understand that all of WandaVision was fucking crockery. Like this is
Be
not
dissing my Wolverine either. All right.
Logan. Let's talk about this.
Awesome.
You know you like this. I need you to retract them.
Does that mean we can throw Neil?
Who's Colossus?
Yeah, Neil can be the atheist community's Wolverine.
Is that Freddy Krueger?
Canadian.
Nope, it's Wolverine clause. Official Wolverine clause.
Doesn't
Freddy Krueger.
Wolverine have 4 on each end?
See, it says so right on the box. There.
Cool.
So
Can't argue with that.
So WandaVision's been out long enough, and I think enough people know enough about comics and enough about seeing the last movie that came out with Doctor Strange. Can we stop pretending that Wanda's a person?
I haven't
She's
seen
not.
WandaVision. I haven't seen the new movie, but everything I've heard is like she's not the good guy. Like, I mean, that's what I heard.
Oh, there we go.
Edward
Neil.
Scissorhands.
Neil,
Look
Yeah,
at
she's got 4. She's got you beat.
you're not looking.
Oh, Freddy. There you go. Yeah, I got one of those in my closet somewhere.
This one's real metal too. You can actually sharpen this. And just
Oh, that's badass.
Oh,
Dang.
I heard the clink. I was like, oh.
That's
Those
legit.
look like they could be useful in a bad neighborhood.
Right.
All you got to do is just like, come here, bitch. Like,
Go for it.
please, just say that. Like,
I got the hat in there too because I used to always dress up like Freddy Krueger for Halloween. And when I take my kids trick or treating, I just stand back in the shadows.
Oh no!
any kid who dressed up as Freddy for Halloween and had that stupid little plastic glove with the bent knives on it, they dreamed of having what you got right there. So,
Somebody eating chips or something? Because it's like super loud. That's why I'm wondering.
It's not me, but maybe someone else.
Did she try to bite it slower? Like, maybe you won't hear it now.
ASMR chip eating edition of Neil's Afterbite.
There you go.
But my question still stands: can we stop treating Wanda like a person? Wanda's
Why?
not a person.
I don't even know who Wanda is.
Scarlet Witch.
Witch.
Okay.
I mean, like
answer my
saying
question.
she's like a goddess. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like that's not a human anymore.
She's a level 5 mutant.
Which ain't human.
Well, Magneto is also a level 5 mutant. So is
Yeah, I was
Professor
gonna say,
X.
is she like Magneto's daughter?
She is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Her
is
and Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Right.
And they are they going to introduce mutants now?
I
Yes,
hope
they
so.
are.
So is Wanda going to be a mutant? Are they going to reveal she's a mutant? Is she going to create the mutants with her, like do a kind of a
According-
reverse of Mutants No More and make mutants?
Well, Bree,
So
they've
many
already
questions.
they've already gone over the fact that Wanda and Quicksilver were experimental results.
Yeah,
in
they're
some of the Russian-
metahumans, right?
Yeah. So
I'm
yeah.
going to have to head off. I have to go to sleep early so I can get up early for the stream tomorrow on my channel. Inviting
Yeah.
people to come onto the Discord page and try to convince us.
8:30, dude. How early are you getting up?
Well,
and you're on the Pacific Coast. Like,
yeah,
that's early.
The stream starts at 8. So
Oh, okay. Better get that 12 hours of sleep in.
Shows that
I'm
are
lucky if I get
tomorrow.
4 hours of sleep.
okay. Good night,
Speaking of
everybody.
shows that are tomorrow,
Night,
you all
dude.
should watch the Nonprofits tomorrow
Why? I'm not. On it.
because I'm on it.
Oh, okay.
We still got to do one together, Neil.
I know. I keep bugging them, but they still haven't done
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Oh, what's this now?
And everybody to pick a color:
Red.
Black.
green.
Mikey Black.
Is it any color? Or I can't see what's on the screen if
Let's
there's
do
limits.
green
of
ones.
color.
So I'll pick green.
Me and
Blue.
Neil are going to be matching gargoyle.
Blue.
Here, let
the
me-
blue
Yeah.
one.
No.
Oh.
Was that a yellow cat? That kind of looks like a cat.
Yeah, the kitty one looks
Kinda
cute.
does.
I would have picked the yellow one if I wasn't so
I'm the-
impulsive.
I'm the yellow one.
It's adorable. Does that leave
gonna
Ben
say the yellow
Does
with
someone
the
already
orange
have
one?
the orange one?
You can be orange.
I don't know.
Or you got the
I'll be
gray
the orange
one.
one.
There's the gray one down there too.
Mhm.
I think IQ should be the gray one.
I'm
though.
yellow.
Yeah.
I was gonna
I'm
say
the
the
orange
yellow
one that's
one
just
was
standing
clearly
back and
like-
letting you all do the actual work.
I'm Mastodon.
I'm the one in the back making a meme.
I'm the one casually sipping tea in the background.
I have to record this situation.
So why were we picking the colors?
It's on the
Just being
screen.
Weird.
It got quiet. Just wanted a game. Like we could just fill the silence.
We didn't even ask why. We just did. We didn't
Just
even
went right into
question
it. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Fuck
let's
yeah.
examine why you picked the ones you did. Now let's peek into your psyche, right?
Yeah. Oh, you chose the
No.
red one. Ooh, a bit anti-Semitic, are we? Like Jesus Christ.
They just got the cootie catcher, just like, all right, and you picked green. Green says, you don't believe in yourself. Wow. Wouldn't have picked that one. Oh,
No. I picked green. I wonder why I picked the green one. I'm not
That's
too
what I was
sure.
doing.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
I know she picked the yellow one because it had a kitty face. I know she said that. So
Yep.
I was gonna say that the yellow one was like clearly the most violent because I saw it with the club in there, but I wasn't paying
Yeah.
attention to the other ones with the fucking spears and like in the guy's
Oh
side.
yeah.
Yeah.
The black goblin had that shit between the third and fourth rib. Like, yes.
Yeah,
You
he's,
know,
Yes.
he's really drilling it in there, isn't he?
I mean, he'd been having a bad day. You know, there's a lot of shit happening at the office. I mean, he just like kind of, overreacted. The body cams got it all though,
Yeah.
and we're good. There's an investigation.
It's gonna be an eternal
Right.
investigation.
Well, you know when you're doing that and you're attacking a saint, there's a lot of it's a high pressure situation, right? There's
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
expectation of performance.
Right.
Well,
I
anxiety.
understand why
No,
Ben
he's
wanted
right.
to stand back and kind of just
Right,
observe
right.
the situation first. You don't want to just rush into something like that.
My
Measure
little
twice,
demon
not
is
once.
like waiting when it's time to drive trucks to Finland. Just like this is taking time out of my day that I could use elsewhere.
In the words of the
I gotta load people.
I gotta load. I gotta take to Finland. Okay.
that's actually used with the
You
cop.
gotta drive a
Blow
truck from
that.
here to Finland.
I drove
go.
it from where did I? I drove it from Germany to Finland.
Oh, okay.
Why are you going so fast? I have to shit so bad.
Yes.
I really have to shit. All right, let me run your shit to make sure you're good and you can go. Please hurry.
Why are you driving so fast? Just
Yeah. Please don't make me slow the car down anymore. Please don't make me slow the car down anymore. Can you escort me, please?
Well, I had to shit, but fuck you, cop.
Well,
Does
not
that work
anymore.
for a cop if you say I had diarrhea? I just shit my pants sitting here pulled over because you.
If they smell it,
Don't
I
know
think
if
they
that
might
would
have.
work.
They might not have an option. Yo, I'm sorry. Me pulling
You
you over
sell the
caused
look
this.
though. Like you really when they say it, you can't just be like, "Oh, sorry, I have to shit." You have to like, I am not telling you. I have no idea how many problems. You're
I
causing
have
right now."
drugs. I had drugs, guns, crime. I did crime. Please don't look in this car.
I was trying to drive faster than the cop chasing. Oh wait, never mind.
I actually when I was in junior or not, well, my friend was in junior high still. When I was in high school though, when I had my friend riding with me, and we got pulled over, and they actually said to the cop, they said, "You aren't going to look in the trunk, are you?"
Huh.
Sharp like a marble.
No, couldn't be with me. I'm like, yo, I don't know this homeless kid that jumped in the car. I'm about to push him out right now if you want to ask him any more questions.
If
That's
you find
the
anything
most
that's
I'm
not-
not
I couldn't even
yeah.
do that sober.
I'm not
Yeah.
currently taking the milk from Brest, but there's a city in France called Brest, and you can deliver milk from Brest to other places. And I might have a garage that their whole purpose is to do that.
I kind of like that idea though. It's wholesome.
Hold on. I got you, IQ.
I'm
Hold
digging
on.
it.
Breast milk. You made my day.
I'm actually delivering vaccines to Finland, and I
That's
just
wholesome, too.
drop them
100%
off because it
Cambodia.
pays a lot of money.
I knew you'd pick it up if no one else did, so I did it anyway.
You're normal. Get that one.
IQ, what did everyone? Oh, Lucky Scientific Art. You didn't say what juice you are, and McKinnon, I don't think you did either.
Wait, I'm
Oh,
sorry, say it
me.
again.
Lime juice all day.
What did I have to say?
If you were a fruit juice, what juice would you be?
Well, I'm drinking watermelon juice.
That is not an answer to the question. Nice try. If
I'll
you
accept it.
I accept watermelon juice.
were a fruit juice,
If I can use lemonade, strawberry lemonade, she can watermelon juice. That's what I'm saying.
no cheating.
I'll just straight lime
Strawberry
juice all day.
lemonade. That
It's
sounds pretty
it's
good,
it's
actually.
not quite as sour as lemon juice, and when applicated properly, you can apply it about most everything. So, I would go with lime juice.
You've always been my mojito, and you know that.
If you add vodka, it will taste even better.
See,
Mm.
That's true. I can't
Battery sold
drink,
separately.
though, so. What?
All right, watermelon juice.
Don't give that too much thought. Just roll
For
with it.
Sadie. Sadie's on the watermelon juice train. McKinnon, if you were a fruit
Everybody's like when everybody talks, it's like super delayed.
juice, do you want to
Oh.
refresh and see if you
Yeah.
can get a better connection? Just hit F5
Hit
or whatever. you gotta
F5.
Have you tried turning it off and then back on again?
do. I love the IT crowd more than anyone can ever understand, and Moss is my spirit animal. All right, she's gone. Let's talk about her. The old F5
excuse me,
trick.
That's what I needed.
All right, McKinnon, if you were a fruit juice, what fruit juice would you be?
I don't really drink juice. I just drink water, tea, and Dr. Pepper. Hey, Dr. Pepper has fruit flavors in it, so I mean, I think
But
it does.
what
in a
juice? What juice is you? What is the you juice?
way.
Is coconut milk a juice?
Sure.
You could
It's
say
fruit.
that. Yeah.
I'll just take that answer. Just that was supplied to the coconut.
The coconut juice? All right.
Yeah, sure.
I think McKinnon's an apple juice.
I'll accept that.
Reliable, stable, no frills, but good. Don't need to be frilly. Apple
What
juice.
if these crayon apple?
No, wait, that has cranberries in it, obviously, right?
Yeah, little.
I hate cranberries.
Thank you. Me too.
Cranberries are
What?
great.
I hate cranberries. I hate it.
Fucking
They're
hate
just
it,
with
yeah.
gin.
Keep
In
that
any
urinary
form.
tract clear, y'all.
Fuck it. Yeah, IQ.
Cranberry,
Yes.
cranberry
Motherfuckers,
sauce,
fire
cranberry
away.
juice. If it has cran in there, I'm done. I'm good. Take that shit away. I'm good, man.
What about-
I don't need it.
Fuck that. I love that shit about as much as I love Brussels sprouts.
What
I
about
do
like
like
a
Brussels
citrus?
sprouts.
What about like a citrus? Are you a citrus? Do you think you'd be a citrusy juice, like an orange?
No, because I
Or-
heard. I mean, makes my mouth feel weird.
So no, I'm not feeling the citrus.
No,
Like
So-
grape juice, though. Grape's always a good staple.
Yep.
White
too
grape,
much.
That's
red
why I
grape,
said white
too
grape.
sweet.
I don't know. I haven't had white grape juice.
Oh, white
Oh,
grape
it's
juice is
good.
epic.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
sparkling
man,
white
I've-
grape juice.
This is the worst question for me. I don't drink juice. I don't. Sorry. I don't know what you want from me.
I thought about
What
it when I
about
was
like a subacid fruit like kiwi, a banana?
Ooh.
How about distilled potatoes?
That's
That's vodka.
that's a party right there, Lucky.
Oh, here we go.
Cheetos.
Now, not only is motherfuckers cheating with the alcohol, but they're using potatoes as fruit. Everybody just making up their own rules.
If you make it potato juice, is it healthy?
I'm changing my answer to pineapple so I can put rum in it.
Fermented potato juice. Come on, Mikey.
Potato
Everyone
juice.
knows this.
I hope you brought some Gatorade.
No, hold the fuck up. I love juice. I'm just looking at the Dr. Pepper ingredients. They got lemon, they got orange, they got
I'm gonna go
fruit.
get some potato
Dude,
juice.
don't read that recipe. If you found that I don't want to hear it, man. Somebody's gonna be not. There's gonna be a black
Oh
van.
yeah,
pull up on
dude,
my
don't do
drive.
it.
I
Doing
don't
this
want to hear
on-
that
On
shit.
Neil's
Hi.
stream?
Hi, did you order flowers? Get your ass over here. They look, oh my God.
They got it now. They locked in on the stream already.
Oh,
You know, like
but
the
it's
flowers
amazing.
by
They had
insurance van
all-
parked across the street. Little zipper opens up. You know, like I don't want to be part of that mess.
They
Dr.
had all these
Flowers.
different fruit
24
flavors.
hour delivery.
they had all these different fruit flavors, no cranberry. So that I knew there was something like special about Dr. Pepper.
The doc
I
had
knew
your
it.
back.
Dr. Pepper's my favorite too, by the way.
It's
If
so
I
good.
drink
The dark berry Dr. Pepper's back out again.
Never had it.
Oh, it's pretty
Dark
good.
berry.
Is it?
Dark berry Dr. Pepper.
I like
It's
this might be racist, but I like Sprite. Like a nice Sprite on a hot day.
How is that racist?
You're Canadian, you don't know the
commercial.
trope.
They use like a
You're-
black actor for some fucking reason.
You're Canadian,
yeah.
you don't know the trope, but here in the States,
Yeah.
Sprite is the black people soda, apparently. Like we got
Oh.
drafted and we got fucking
Yeah.
Sprite. I don't know.
Oh,
So like
Oh,
all the
weird.
commercials have black people in it, and all. I guess it was like an
Really?
NBA campaign. There's this whole thing. Like
He
Sprite
says
is
Sprite
like,
isn't inherently racist. I just think about choking out a white motherfucker when I'm drinking it. That's all.
nothing goes down smoother after demolishing a never mind. White paradigm. Just refreshing, just that lemon lime,
have a little Sprite with that.
and then just fuck off, Sierra Mist. You ain't never been shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. Fuck off.
Seven
Nowhere
Up,
left.
no. 7-Up is right up there.
I got
7
my
Up is when I
cranberry
get
juice.
sick.
Do you drink 7-Up when you get
Thanks
sick?
for bringing that.
Yeah. If I don't feel well, I need the 7 Up.
7-Up is what my grandma always bought when we would have like Christmas dinners and stuff.
Everybody
youngest
will like
son-
this.
My youngest son likes Sprite. That's his drink of choice for some reason.
It's
I
probably
like
black.
Sprite with Tito's in it.
Well, he's really into. He wants to like make his own rap music. And I'm like, son, I mean,
It's all about the potatoes for Sadie.
The
It's all
indoctrination
about
has begun.
Tito's.
We've won another one. First, we started with your Marshall Mathers.
I'm
Now we go
not
for
a
the
cheap
youth.
cheap alcoholic.
Only Tito's.
I'm not an alcoholic, but I'm not a cheap drinker.
Not a cheap drinker.
Only
It
Tito's.
has to be the good
I
stuff.
know.
Um,
Me
has to be
either.
Tito's.
I don't drink rubbing alcohol. Save that for the hospital.
You know, Neil, that's probably not a good idea for you to keep that like near you while you're on your anticoagulants. So if you want to just send that my way, I'll store it for you.
Store it right in my belly.
In
I
my
only have
belly.
wine glasses, so I'll just pretend like this is communion.
This may be a bit nitpicky, but we'll get our alcohol straight. The rubbing alcohol is isopropyl alcohol, and the blind bathtub stuff, that's methanol alcohol. What you really want to be drinking is the ethanol. People who don't strain off the first little bit that comes through when they're stilling, that's when you start getting builds up of methanol.
In the lab, we use ethanol.
I knew what some of those
That's-
words meant.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what that's the good stuff.
Methanethanol is the
Hold it,
bad
hold it,
one.
Hold it. Sadie, you said lab. What do you do for a living?
Yeah, lab.
Well,
She's got
I'm-
scientific in her name.
I'm in school, but I'm going back. I am a
Ah.
histotech by trade.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
I'm
I
heading to
work
Cincinnati to do a 10-week internship.
very cool.
I live in Cincinnati.
Cool. I'll be there.
Neil works in the lab.
Which lab do you work in?
Stay away from IQ.
Works in a meth lab.
Meth lab.
Yeah, no.
You make glass.
I work for an environmental company called GFL, which means Green for Life, and I work mostly in the antifreeze lab, where we test all the antifreeze that we recycle for pH content, stuff like that. So I foam breaks, and you got to make sure it's not too foamy. So we use bittering agents, and we use why can't I think of the word? Fuck.
Chemicals.
No, surfactants like anti-foams
Mhm.
and stuff like that, and to keep it down. And I got to test it all. I test all the waste we get first to make sure that it's got a high enough glycol content to recycle, and then we recycle it through high heat distillation, and then
That's a good service, man, because
I
glycol
take-
is some toxic shit.
Mhm.
yeah, I then I take the glycol and add new additives to it and colorings and stuff like that. And you can make antifreeze in any fucking color.
I'll be
So,
doing
Smell all
electron
flowery
microscopy
like.
this summer.
and I also test waste oil that we collect as well in the lab, gas chromatography, specifically argon, helium, and check for PCP contamination, and ICAP as well.
I
For
didn't know
heavy
you like to
metals.
get wet, Neil.
What's that?
PCP.
PCB. Poly, what is it?
PBS. That's all I make in the lab is PBS. That's like the
He
scut
said,
work.
if you do not smoke this, we got a problem.
Do we have a problem?
Red lights are off.
Training day, Neil. Did you see Training Day?
No, I did not.
Okay. Oh, dude, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. That's your homework this week. You gotta watch Training Day with Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke. That's a treasure. It's a treasure.
You'll get probably at least an extra 12% of like movie puns and references that get shot out by either me or Mikey.
Oh, fucking Snoop D-O double G. I forgot he does a little cameo in there.
He does. He's a drug dealer.
I'm a drug dealer.
I'll talk to you later.
Are you out of here, Bree?
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce.
Oh, bye, Bree.
Good to have you,
Bye,
Bree.
everybody.
See you later, Ray. And by the way, IQ, their proper title is Street Pharmacist.
I'm a street pharmacist. I'm a
street
drive-through
pharmacist.
pharmacist, actually. I serve.
That's a drug dealer. Should be slanging.
Caffeinated beverages.
Slanging. Slanging them herbs and spices.
Well, kind of a code dealer because, you know, the actual pharmaceutical companies are the drug dealers. She's just, she's a pusher.
Mm-hmm.
Too late, native atheist. Bree's already gone. For those of you who don't know what a PCB is, it's polycarbonated biphenyls, which are cancer-causing agents. So any oil that we have has to be less than 2 ppm, which is parts per million.
Yeah, we all know that.
And most of the oil that we get that has PCBs in it is usually electrical oil or transformer oil. Transformer oil usually having the higher content. So we have to mix it up with a bunch of other uncontaminated oil to bring that ppm down so that it can be used for
you gotta dilute it.
Recycling. Yes, absolutely. We literally daily bring in hundreds of thousands of liters of oil. Rarely do we actually see PCB contamination. Before we actually started testing for PCBs, we picked up on some oil once, and it stung the company for over $1 million in fines.
Tons of mice.
I want to be PCB.
The cops are coming for me.
Oh, they gonna whoop somebody's ass.
Oh, they heard us talking about drug dealers.
Yeah, they probably did.
They heard your
Minneapolis.
confession. You confessed to being a drug dealer. They heard that.
Either that or the Dr. Pepper.
They don't. Yeah.
It was a confession.
I guarantee you that the siren, the people driving that whatever was driving by, can't survive without me.
No, she's got a license to do this legally. If I started telling you stories, then that would be a confession.
When they come through the drive-through for their quad shot espresso.
FYI, McKinnon, if you ever move here, we have Dr. Pepper too.
Is that in Texas?
Unfortunately, I'm unfortunately.
No, I'm not in Texas.
Well, Dr. Pepper's in Texas.
Yeah, wherever I move, because the plan is to either Washington, Oregon, or Canada immediately. With when we have the kids, they move out. Without a doubt, my wife and I are moving to Scotland. Like, there's not even a question. Like, we're gone. But we gotta wait till the kids are finally out on their own and stable.
I'm moving to Chicago.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Mikey's like, don't do it.
Do not fucking do it. Do you make $1 million a year? You'll need to.
In Chicago?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
And just sell your car. Just
You know
I mean,
what?
just sell it.
You know what?
You're not gonna
You know what? You're right. You know what? I'm right. I'm lying. Come on up here. Where your house at? Because I'm gonna buy that motherfucker, and I'm gonna go down there. I'm going exactly to where the fuck you at, and you can come your ass down here. You can have my spot.
Okay, where do you live? What part of Chicago do you live in?
I'm outside the city.
Yeah.
Mikey leaning out his window like, yes, fuck you too.
Yeah.
I'm over here like, we're just trade keys. We do tradesies. We can just swap. We can just go.
But what suburb do you live in?
I'm not telling that on the internet, girl.
Come on.
You crazy?
What's your address, Mikey? Just let's get to the fucking chase.
Let me GPS your fucking zip code. The fuck? Hell no, I ain't telling you that.
Are you in Andersonville?
No. Well, yeah.
That's where the fun is.
Did you listen to what he just said?
Yes and no. Shit.
He's outside the city. I don't
want
want
an
to live.
honest answer if you do. Like,
I'll tell
no,
you.
you're just
I'll
looking
tell
for
you
that look in his eyes when you get it right. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. I was no, I live in Andersonville.
I'll be in Chicago on the 25th
Of
for in a couple of weeks.
Ah.
The 25th through the 29th.
Don't
'cause
say.
I'll be up that way in June, actually,
love
or
Chicago.
over
Yeah.
that way, I should say.
He'll be here for a few hours, and I'll get him out of here ASAP, y'all. Don't worry about it. No,
Wait,
they trick you with the hot dogs and the deep dish and
I don't even like the hot dogs. I have to do a
The
dance just to
deep
get ketchup
dish.
put on them.
look. No, you trying to see? You already see now. You know the dangers
What?
of here.
ketchup
You
on a hot dog?
don't ask for no goddamn ketchup on a hot dog unless you're trying to
No.
get cut.
I'm like, hold the pepper and the onion and put the ketchup on.
And then they're like, yeah, we're gonna give you some ketchup. What color did you say you can get them chemicals in, Neil?
Any you want,
Yeah, ketchup color.
including
Red.
red. Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna have all kinds of ketchup.
You get some
But you know what?
dreadlock
The
on your
ketchup in
hot dog.
Chicago tastes weird. It's like sweeter than regular ketchup.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
they don't use it,
That's-
it goes bad.
That's because it's antifreeze. Don't eat ketchup from no hot dog from no Chicago place. That's a setup.
Has anybody ever heard of the Rosemont Bakery?
Yeah.
No.
It's this, but it's I can't really describe it well. It's the biggest bakery, like single standing bakery I've ever seen. My girlfriend lives in right outside Pittsburgh, and this place was it was like a Walmart. Think of everybody that crams into a Walmart in this. It was a huge bakery, but there was, I mean, it must have been like 200 feet long, like the counter. And they've got every single cake, everything's made in house. I mean, this place was popping. I mean, there were hundreds of people there. It was a fucking zoo. And every day they're just cranking out business like this. I'm like, how many of these do they have? They're like, this is the only one. I'm like,
No wonder.
God. I mean, it was nuts. I mean, it was like an amusement park, like getting in line for an amusement park. Like you take
Amusement park with cupcakes.
It's like you take a number and it's like Beetlejuice, where it's just like this 8-digit number comes out. Like Jesus. Waited like 45 minutes, but I tell you what, those cupcakes were on point.
Excuse me, sir. My ticket has a comma on it. This can't be right. This can't be right.
Mine
Like
has
they've got
2
this
commas.
pickup where you can just pull up and they'll bring it out to your car, and there was like 24 cars in this line. Line to get in the door. It was good shit.
You know what they pushing over there? Scones. You know what I'm saying?
Scones.
Baked
are
goods. You know what I mean? You know what's up.
They had scones.
Just like
Scones
that.
are like
It's qualified as
nasty
baked goods.
pieces
I'm
of
talking
bread.
about Krispy Kreme.
Oh, I
they-
went in there high too, man. It was amazing.
Oh, it was a perfect storm.
Walt Disney's Donut Land.
I'm just saying. Like Krispy Kreme, I want them to test whatever that batter was that they was giving us back when they first dropped. Because that shit was fucking nectar of the gods. I couldn't stay out of Krispy Kreme for about 4 or 5 months. I was fiending, looking around, seeing who else has some donuts because the hot and fresh sign ain't on. Man, the sign
I hate to
ain't
say
on.
it can't. Oh, is the Canadians gone, right? Because Timmy's
Non-Canadian.
Yeah, they gone. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say Tim Hortons donuts are nasty.
What?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
They went up.
fired.
They came to Minnesota and they went bankrupt or something.
That's it for tonight, folks. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Hey, yo, you about to have some black dog sleds?
You be
rolling
knocking
outside
my
of your-
Timmies, man. Fucking
Maybe it's
Timbits
just
are the shit.
Maybe it's the Timbits in Minnesota, but they were just not very good. And then
Fucking Neil's
like
Wolverine
they
claws just
closed
start
their
coming
stores.
up.
Like they got in trouble, I guess.
Fucking Minnesotans don't have very good fucking sense of taste for donuts.
And then they went and put and then Dunkin' Donuts took all of their stores.
Dunkin'.
Oh,
in
you're trying to start-
Dunkin'.
And Dunkin' Donuts like is a
Man, I
Minnesota
want-
company, but there hasn't been a Dunkin' Donuts in Minnesota for like 20 years, and now they just finally put them back in Minnesota.
What's
Well,
in
they make
Minnesota again?
decent donuts too. Dunkin'.
Lakes,
I was like that. We had that lakes.
Lake Superior.
Okay.
That's about it.
I'm from
There's-
Duluth.
There's
a
a
lot of
lake with
lakes.
an attitude, isn't it? There's an ego.
Oh wait, no. There's the Mall
Yeah.
of America in Minnesota.
That's where I was today.
The Mall of America.
Yeah, I go there every single freaking day.
I'm surprised that thing is still a lot. Well, I mean, it's Minnesota. If there's actually a place in Minnesota. So.
I think it's anywhere you
It's-
can go in
it's crazy
Minnesota
busy.
and not hit a lake with a shoe from wherever you're standing.
Yeah.
You can-
yeah.
If
You
you
don't
don't
even
find
have
a
to
lake,
throw
you'll
it.
find a puddle.
You don't even have to throw it with your arms. You can just kick it off with your ankle. Just flick that
Right.
bitch off, and you go hit
Yep.
a lake.
I remember I went to the Mall of America when I was a kid, and it was like it's like 2 blocks away from like where the hotel was, and I thought let's just fucking walk it. But it's Minnesota, and the ice was like that thick on the road because we were waiting on a bus that would take us there. And I was a little kid. I was excited because they were like, "There's roller coasters in there." I'm like, "Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Why don't we just walk? It's right there." Worst
can see
idea
it.
ever. Like
I'd
the
say,
wind just tried to decapitate me. It was horrible.
For
Just remember
John,
what
Voodoo
happened.
Donuts. Voodoo
It
Donuts
used
is
to be
like
Camp
so
Snoopy,
expensive.
and now it's Nickelodeon. It's
I had
basically
Voodoo Donuts.
it's basically
Voodoo
okay.
Donuts is
all that's in-
it's okay, but not for the price. It's way too expensive.
Which
Like
one?
they're okay donuts.
I'm
But-
rich. I pay for shit. I don't.
You just
get
got-
it. I'm lying.
The last time somebody insulted Tim Hortons, Air pointed out. Just remember, in 1812, we went and burned down
That's
the
what I'm
White House.
saying. Like you're trying to start an international incident over here. Like you can't say that about them. They're very protective over their Timmy H. Timmy H is their guy.
And if you ever hear a Canadian saying they don't like Tim Hortons, they're not true Canadians. There you
That's
go.
what, see how
Okay,
it's-
that's
no-
what we need
there's
to
no-
do.
No true Timmy's
Sadie needs to
fellas.
call into True North Talk and say that, and
Say
then
what?
that's gonna be
True
True
North.
North, yeah.
I'm in True North.
No,
if
no.
somebody
Yeah,
calls
the-
it,
I'm
there's a-
in the True North.
Yeah.
if somebody calls in the True North Talk and they say that Timmy Hortons is anything, I'm cutting you off.
Minnesota.
Cutting you off. I'm cutting your call. You're off the air. You're done.
Minnesota is Canada's adopted province from the States, basically.
Yeah, because it's so close to Fargo.
Yeah. Well, just
That's some
because you
shit to
guys-
get Randolph to like take his tie off and like jump over the desk, tackle the camera. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
he didn't even cuss out Darth Dawkins. So I'm
But you go after Timmy H.
I'll make a disclaimer that the views are my own.
Yeah. Where's our disclaimer, Mikey?
You ain't said nothing but a word, big guy.
I was
Huh?
gonna ask what's with the kung
Actually, it
fu
was more
rabbit.
than one word.
oh, that's just a picture of a baby rabbit, and they look like kung fu masters. So I'm just rolling with it.
Because my grandpa was a kung fu master.
Oh,
I
That's
thought you were
fucking
gonna say
awesome.
kung
Was
fu
was he a
rabbit.
rabbit?
No, he was a praying
Oh.
mantis.
oh.
That's not a rabbit.
Oh, where's
That's
Bree?
even better because there was a kung fu praying mantis like that I've seen in an animated movie. So I mean, that's legit.
Oh yeah.
My
yeah.
grandfather literally was the kung fu praying mantis. Southern.
Oh,
mantis.
like his style, like it.
That's his style. He
did
was
man-
the first
okay.
one to teach it in the United States.
Oh, that's fucking badass.
Yeah, he trained by the monks in Shalom.
Fucking A.
I took judo for 5 years and karate.
That's cooler
for
than I have
almost-
like
Judo's fucking
expletives ready
legit.
for.
When I was a kid, I used to be like,
Cross-trained
my
judo.
grandpa can beat up your grandpa.
And also took taekwondo a little bit too, but
So was he like he was in the
I was
northern?
too
have
rambunctious at
thoughts.
that time.
Here's what?
He was in the northern Shaolin Temple then, right?
Yeah, he's from Toys. He's Toisin. He speaks Toisin,
Gotcha. Okay.
which is close to Cantonese, but not like the same.
Which isn't the same as Mandarin, which is what
No.
most people
Cantonese is mostly Hong Kong.
Yes.
in the rural areas. It's the older dialect.
Yep.
I know a lot about it, but I can't learn that shit. That shit is impossible.
I don't know if you guys
So
saw the,
hard.
Did you guys watch the Derek Chauvin trial with George Floyd?
Bits and pieces.
Because Derek Chauvin was one of my grandfather's students, and my brother said he was always an asshole.
Wow, really?
And so when he said he
Can
didn't know
confirm.
that he was killing somebody, he was lying, because you can't not know that. Know the pressure points when you're in kung fu.
Well, pressure points aren't that legit though.
Me too, Kira.
But like in kung fu, they learn like where.
Yeah, but kung fu itself, like I have thoughts on this though. Kung fu's not, especially not modern kung fu's not really
His isn't modern kung fu.
fighting system. Either way, like it's not like, if we're talking art forms to use on the street and like for fights, it's not super effective.
Fighting style fight. Fighting
Kung
style
I
fight.
have this fight all the
Fighting
time.
style
But
fight.
I have this fight all the time, but I stick to my guns on it.
Praying mantis kung fu versus karate. Guess who won?
I'm not talking karate, I'm talking Brazilian jiu-jitsu and MMA.
Yeah,
This-
no.
we
no.
had-
You did
this is
boxing,
C1.
jiu-jitsu, or wrestling, and then you tied in with Krav Maga, like you're fucking unstoppable. Like out.
I was just going to say.
No,
I was
but
gonna
that's
say,
if
because
you're
Aunt Jur
Krav.
here said that she took Krav Maga, and I actually learned a little bit of Krav Maga from the guy that invented it when I lived in Israel.
It depends on who you learn Krav with, because the problem with a lot of Krav and a lot of problems with most martial arts that are taught is they're like, some Krav schools you actually do train with live resistance, but if you're not going to a school that trains live resistance, it's basically worthless.
Correct.
Like you have to be able to battle test it with someone trying to fight back. And the problem with Krav is that if you're using techniques that are so violent and rely on being so violent, you cannot safely train at 100% resistance.
Nope.
Whereas something like jiu-jitsu, you can, because it's controlled and it's not such violent, like striking techniques. You can tap out and you can stop when someone already has the position, when they're already about to rip your arm off. So like the certain, like, I'm not saying that like things can't work. I'm just saying that it's difficult to test how well they work when you're not able to train in live resistance. And it's the live resistance training that really teaches you how to use it and tells you if you know you can or can't use it.
Yeah, like if somebody tells you like they took Muay Thai and they don't have like snaggle shins.
Yeah. It's like in jiu-jitsu, like, you get a really good idea of what you can and cannot do with what types of people, because you're getting smashed every single fucking time you're on the mat, and people will train with 100% resistance, and you will know what you're capable of. And like, I know I'm not gonna be rushing into a lot of fights because I'm not, because I know even if you win, it's gonna fuck you up. And like same with people who do MMA, like it's gonna fuck you up.
My
But
grandfather was the fifth generation world grandmaster. He was the top. Like
Well, that
the
sucks,
highest.
Aunt Jur.
He had the highest title.
That sucks.
I didn't even take Kung Fu though.
He trained.
Fucking poser with your fucking kung fu rabbit.
It just looks badass. I took Tung Sudo.
What is that?
I put a link in the
It's a
thing.
Korean form. Like any of the others, actually translates to the art of self-defense. So
No, I
it
started
wasn't
in
just about being a
Taekwondo.
bully.
No, I started in Taekwondo.
yeah, but did
and then
you
I
train
started
with
putting-
live resistance?
No, I mean I was like 12, man. Like that's when I started.
care about his
No,
life.
it was like at the, freaking community center down the street. So I mean, it's not like I was climbing I didn't have to get on a freaking alpaca to.
I won't, Native Atheist. I won't.
It's like a community center in Cincinnati, like I wasn't really getting, the Doctor Strange, treatment.
I don't pop the eyes of people that I like out, so don't worry about it.
But my sensei was great. Like, he focused a lot on like mental training and winning like your own mental struggles and being able to stay cool in situations and not having to fight, but showing you how to get yourself out of shit if you do find yourself.
That's pretty much what
needing
Kung
violence.
Fu is.
Yeah.
It's
But the problem
mental.
is, if you're not training with live resistance, you don't actually know if you can do it or
Oh,
not.
Ben, we get you're
I can
stand.
guarantee
We
you
get
that my
it.
grandfather.
I am though, but it's
probably
true
could.
though.
We
You can't
know.
you can't pretend to do moves that are choreographed with someone else. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna long stance punch, and I'm gonna do this thing to get out. Like that doesn't work in real life.
We hear you. We hear you, dog. We know. We know you'll beat us up.
No, judo.
No,
is
I
the
don't know if I
self-defense one.
would.
We get it.
I guarantee you that my grandfather would take whatever you're talking about down.
Man, I will run away from your grandfather so
I
fucking
don't think
fast.
he would take down
I
jujitsu.
guarantee. I guarantee.
Oh, you don't think so?
Is this really about
No,
to be
I
like?
don't
I
think
would
he
He's
would
not
take down a
alive
Gracie.
anymore,
Like, what
but
is
I
happening
guarantee
right
you
now?
that he would.
I don't think he would
guarantee.
take down a Gracie. Have you seen? Did you watch the first UFCs?
Time out.
The whole point was to put the martial arts against each other and see how they do. Jiu-jitsu fucking
before you
crushed the majority of people.
Before you defend yourself, let me just brag here. If your grandfather said, "Hey, me and you were gonna fight," I guarantee that motherfucker is not catching me. I am running so fast.
Oh, you think so?
I mean, like
Bro,
if
I
he's
was a
like Cotton
distance-
Hill, I guess, but like
I was a distance athlete. I will run my ass so
Hey, John.
far.
You won't even be. You won't get a chance to run because you'll be on the ground before even your feet.
Are we
move.
starting like Mortal Kombat distance apart? Because that's all I need. He's not catching me. You know how long I was a legend on the playground for it? Not tag, it. Like that's a whole different game. I went 47 months without being tagged it. You think he's catching me? Not happening.
Yeah, his title didn't really get passed down either because he said
they
nobody.
used to call him the Breeze.
The gold breeze again.
Like you sweat at him, man. You ain't gonna touch it.
Holy shit. I'm sure
What-
that's in any of the martial arts style or fighting style courses that I've been in, there is no don't hit a girl. it's everyone's there to learn and to practice and to smack each other around a little bit. That's what it's all about, right? So that's kind of weird that you had to face something like that.
A lot of guys struggle with
I
that.
got into them because I didn't want to
'cause
smack people around.
Well,
I
it's
punched
not-
somebody
yeah.
like 3 or 4 times that was trying to assault me. I got him first.
Good.
There a lot of guys
And-
struggle with that.
And all of the men in the neighborhood is like, I wouldn't have done that. I was like, why? Because I'm a woman. I should just like let him smack me.
No, hell no.
I was like, I smacked him first. Right in
Preemptive
between the
smack.
eyes.
Yeah.
What did it for me was was having a snowball fight, and my friend had hit me in the ear with like an ice ball. Hurt like a son of a bitch, right?
Ooh.
And that he gave me this condescending, "Oh, did it hurt you?" And then like I snapped. I
Hold it.
climbed
Hold
up
it.
over the barricade, and I went and I punched him in the top of his head so hard, cracked his skull, and broke my hand.
Well, yeah.
In that order. Yep.
Over an ice ball.
How'd
that's
you
when
get the ice ball off the frost giant to begin with?
Gross. Nasty.
I sought martial arts after that because I needed to be able to control that outburst. I didn't want to be able to kick somebody's ass. I wanted to not have to kick somebody's ass. I wanted to be able to win my own fights. Because, I mean, if you can't control yourself, you're going to have a hard time in life. So that's what I got out of it. And I was lucky to have the sense that I did because, he was actually getting into shit like philosophy and, a lot of self-control, mental training. And that went a long way. And I haven't had an outburst or hit anybody in anger since. I don't really get, if I get angry, I just leave and I cool down. Cooler heads prevail. I don't do shit angry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's not.
yeah.
Oh, my grandfather did that. Well, he better have some fucking cleats on because I'm out this bitch. Ain't no way he finna catch me to fight me. He got to be all that punching and kicking shit on the run. You don't have to do all that shit whilst moving at 14.5 miles an hour in the opposite direction.
When he was younger, he probably could have.
I'm just saying. I got long fucking strides. I'm out of there. I will dip on any one of you in this call. Say I won't. Man, I almost ran away just then. Too slow, man.
Funny.
I'm not racing you. When I get off the couch, I'm looking around. Sounds like I stepped on a bag of chips, man. Like, I'm not racing anybody. Fuck that.
Every time I drop my phone on the carpet, it sounds like Chinese New Year with all my joints and ankles.
Yeah. You seen that meme? Like, you seen that meme, right? When you're like, well, somebody, let's say like my age, and you get up too quickly. It's like the dash of a car. All the lights go on at the same time.
Christmas tree.
You get up too quickly, and some of them are going out.
Your body's just like, no, stop, sit the fuck down. Turn that fucking movie you were watching back on.
I didn't know. I thought I've been trying to blame it on like weed, and I've been trying to blame it on like me having COVID. But let me tell you something. I think I'm just old, man. I'll be walking in the rooms. I don't have no fucking idea what the fuck I'm in that motherfucker for. And I was just looking around. He's like,
I really thought you were setting us up for like my asshole be itching and shit. Like,
I like Ox's plan.
this is a perfect moment for one of those.
I'm setting some few. He's like Kevin at Home Alone. Right? He's got a fucking little.
no, Kevin needs to go to jail. Kevin needs to go to jail. He committed several war crimes in his little house defense thing. You can't do that. You can't set up booby traps for people. That's illegal.
Sure, you can.
Lock his ass up. That's
that.
not in the States. That's hella illegal. You can't
Really?
set up.
Actually is.
No, you cannot do that. You can't like set up nails in the fucking steps up to your house. That's illegal.
That is so illegal.
You need to go to.
They could murder
Keep some
one of
Mormons
you,
in J.
like,
Dubs away,
and
though,
they
right?
will still get off.
Yeah. The wet bandits. The wet plaintiffs are suing the shit out of the McAllister family for their fucking murderous
He
child.
defended himself and his property. It's legal.
Nah, Castle Doctrine don't protect against booby
See,
traps.
you can't make ice on your steps or put nails or an iron that can swing down and hit you in the face. But you
No.
can shoot someone that comes on your property. Is that right?
Sort of.
Yeah, especially here in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas.
Actually, I don't even know if Texas has the booby trap rule. I
It
think
was
you
a
can
shit-
do whatever the fuck you want.
Yo, they were in Chicago. Did they give him an opportunity to flee before they shot him? If you don't do that in Illinois,
Yeah, right.
you're
sure.
going to jail. Like I'm saying, Kevin McAllister is a fucking criminal.
Hey, that would, he's a straight up gangster. Like, for real. Like, imagine the courtroom hearing. They're all in like wheelchairs and neck braces and casts and shit, and they're rolling them into the courtroom. And Kevin's sitting there, and he pump fakes them, and like they flinch. Like,
Go ahead and ask me your questions, you filthy animals. You just sit there with like a fucking dude, just like, yeah, you can try to lock me up, but I'll get out. I always get out. I don't even have to be here to have my people reach out and touch you.
I think there's already a Home Alone 4, but yes, Spandau Prison.
Wait, didn't they just make another one? Is that the one you're talking about?
Oh no, there's that's the 4 one. I don't even know how many.
They just
there
made
are.
a spin-off, I thought, or some shit like that.
I
I
think
didn't watch
they did
it.
just make a spinoff, didn't
Is
they?
Macaulay in it?
No.
It should be his kid.
do you think this would be like the same universe? Like, do you think like Kevin McAllister knows like Eddie from the National Lampoons, like Christmas Vacation or stuff? Like, you can get him to do whatever. He kidnapped his boss, and he thought he was just doing him a good Christmas present. So I mean, like, you can get him to go to jail and take somebody out real quick.
Yeah, like why do they keep leaving this kid at home?
No, hold up. Macaulay Culkin's an adult now. He actually could go to prison, and we could still get that story about him busting out of prison. You could actually make that work.
Yeah, what's the
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, what's the statute of limitations on fucking attempted murder? Like that's,
No,
what,
that's 5
that's
years.
what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about here. Because he tried to rope up them dudes.
All right.
He's like
so
blow torching them.
But there's footage of the whole thing.
so there are 6 Home Alone movies.
Fucking
Home,
hell.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Home Alone 3, which was in 97, Home Alone 4, which came out in 2002, Home Alone The Holiday, something or other, which came out in 2012, and recently in 2021, they did Home Sweet Home Alone.
That's the one I was talking about. Yeah,
Must have been in Alabama then. Sorry.
they should call it
Little
Sweet Home
scared.
Alone, like Sweet Home Chicago.
Huh? No,
Sweet
that's not how the
Home
song goes.
Chicago.
That's not how the song goes, Mikey.
It's
I was-
Skinnered.
I was trying.
Yeah.
I was trying to bridge the gap because I was canonically in Chicagoland.
Home Alone 17. It's like Macaulay Culkin. It's like the FBI trying to raid him. Like he sets up all these freaking
He's holding
booby
himself
traps
up.
for the FBI. Like
He's holding himself up in a fucking Bass Pro Shop. Where he's got fucking bows and arrows and
Fucking Equalizer scene.
Here's a valid point. As an 8-year-old in Home Alone, he probably would likely be safe from, prosecution, which he...
Not in Chicago.
You have to be 14 to be home alone in Chicago.
His parents are going to jail for fucking criminal negligence.
Mm-hmm.
There
That's
you go.
why I didn't move to Chicago 5 years ago.
Oh,
As
they
a
changed the
single
law.
parent, I moved to Minnesota and waited till my kids. I have to wait till my kids are old enough to be home alone.
Well, your kids aren't going to be fucking trying to fucking murder Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
Which is what Kevin McAllister did. He tried to murder Joe Pesci, the person. That ice was hella. Dude, that ice was the worst of all of the fucking things that they did to him. Because I've fallen down icy steps.
I live in
1,000
Minnesota.
times.
I know how
We
to
have
walk in the ice.
We have an FBI full-blooded.
I grew up walking across lakes, frozen ones.
Yo, icy steps are like a special kind of disaster. Like there is no like
yeah, you're not taking an L like that and like retaining all your disc structure. It's
In
not
Minnesota,
happening.
you look before you go down the steps.
Well, in the second one, he
Just
wasn't at
engraved
his
in your
house.
brain.
So like he's screwed because he went into an abandoned building, was chunking bricks to their fucking skulls. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't like be like, oh, I was just trying to protect my house, even though I'm 8 or whatever. Like he's screwed in that scenario, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you can't throw bricks at people.
Yeah, no, I'd throw him down this whole hole that's in the abandoned building and shit. And like, he did that. Home Alone 2, unnecessarily violent.
Yeah.
Like unnecessary.
And I think this all traces back to Tom and Jerry, who are the main perpetrators, and also the Three Stooges. We used to love watching Three Stooges, and then you go try to eye poke your fucking friend, and look how fucking funny he thinks that shit is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, Neil
No, he
Diamond
didn't
did
think
it
it
at
was
the
funny.
bars.
He
They
didn't
do
think it was funny.
that neck slap him across the face. Yeah, that shit ain't funny. They
It
had
turns
us all
into a Family
bopping.
Guy fight.
You start looking into like the actual people and like it's just so terribly racist that you're just like, God, I used to make those noises, but like you still do it, but you're like just hoping nobody just mentions the extreme racism of that show. It's terrible.
They had all kinds of mammies in
show?
Three
Three
Stooges.
Stooges.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
Well-
of that old shit has like so
Oh,
much
yeah.
racist stuff. Like Peter Sellers' Pink Panther, like his servant guy Kato. Every time he comes around, I'm like, my little yellow friend. It's like, what the fuck did you just say, Peter Sellers? Whoa, chill.
Peter.
Yeah.
Peter.
Bruh, no.
Chill,
You
Peter.
say shit like his fiendish little yellow brain. I'm like, what the fuck are we watching right now? Like, what the hell?
There was wilding in the day,
Mm-hmm.
getting away with all of it.
Shit, you can't even hardly listen to Easy lyrics anymore. Like,
Yeah. It was a separate time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm glad we are where we are.
oh, now Neil's taking that breath. He's calling it.
Let me
20 minutes.
Let me get the thing going.
What?
Oh, nothing.
What are you talking about?
No,
You
nothing,
took
man.
that. So we're gonna start wrapping it up here. The welt breath.
It's been fun.
Hitting the old dusty trail.
What are you fucking talking about? Was I going to do that?
Last call for alcohol.
You didn't know I was going to do that.
Oh, we know.
For,
Look,
There's
Hellbound
your body
Hillbilly,
language.
45. Yeah. 45-minute warning.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know if you realize this, Neil, but I think, let me go back and look. I think you're up to episode 400 already.
Oh, I think I passed 400.
We're at like 372 or something last time I actually looked.
Yeah, and that was probably
a couple months
a
ago.
while back. Yeah. And how many shows a week do I do normally? Three. Right.
So 18 a month? No. 24 a month. Maybe.
On average, 24. Yeah.
The hell is oh, you did take 2 weeks off.
I take time off from time. Like I'll be off in June when we go to Better, right? So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love you too, Native Atheist. You should pop in here with us one time.
Yeah, Native
or more than
Atheist.
one time.
Unless
Neil
you're
uses Geritol and prune juice shots.
Prune
prune juice is a warrior's drink.
Prune
Oh
juice
my
and
god,
milk.
that was my favorite fucking scene.
Yeah,
It's
that's
delicious.
a great one. I actually
When,
like
you,
prune
when you
juice.
work in the old folks' homes, you give the prune juice and milk of magnesia right after you, like before you leave, so that you don't have to deal with the aftermath.
All right. Yeah, well, all right. Yeah, actually, it's getting fairly late here, and I still got a couple chores to do before
There it
I
is.
crash.
Chores.
Yep. I do
Good.
chores, man. I do stuff around the house, and I got to,
Whoa.
get up and take my mom for brunch tomorrow, as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loves it every Sunday. Take her for brunch.
That's awesome. You get to do that too.
Yeah, for
Seriously.
sure. Yeah. Well, I actually have two families, technically. My biological mom has passed away, and my adopted father, or father I grew up with, also passed away. So I have one of each on either side, biological dad and my mom. So, yeah.
And Mikey's like the family stone now.
Yeah.
Slap like a motherfucker.
I have
Mike
a
is my
bio
brother.
mom and a
So I'm trying to.
Are you adopted too, Sadie?
no, I have a stepmom. I was raised by
Oh.
my dad,
Okay, I got you.
but I have a biological mother that I met when I was in my 20s.
No,
She
yeah?
lives downstairs from me.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
And you guys have a good relationship?
It's better. It's getting better. I
Okay.
think at the beginning she felt really guilty, so like she would kind of like you couldn't get close to her because she would just like push back.
Right. Gotcha.
But like she didn't raise my brother either. Like looking at like she's probably very much on the spectrum.
Kitty.
Hey, that's something that all atheists have in common.
What's
We're
that?
all raised by sheep.
Well, I hope it does improve for you because I was pleased as punch when I got to meet my biological family.
Yeah, because I don't have
So-
my biological father passed in 2000, so
That's when I met my family. Was in
Did I
2000.
make that up?
that's when I
Did
met
hear
my
that?
mother because I couldn't meet her until after he passed because I didn't know where she was because
Right.
he wouldn't tell me.
McKenna
then I
had
met-
her.
I
Thank you,
actually
McKenna.
I actually found my grandfather first because I knew that he was a kung fu master, so I started looking around. And this was back before we had the internet. So I had to try to figure out where
The old
were.
interwebs.
Yep. Weed to smoke, ice to pop, syrup to swill. Neil's work is never done. Yep, that's right.
Busy lad.
Yep.
So I'm trying to
Ah.
sort through your videos here, but it keeps not
Keeping
sorting
the
them.
bears away.
There's a
Why do you
lot.
think you don't see commercials with Smokey the Bear anymore, folks?
So when
Ate
I
all
worked
the
at
humans.
I worked at Farley's and Sather's in Round Lake, Minnesota. You know the candy that has the little red label on it that would say 2 for $1 or something, or 50 cents. This was like back in the day, and now so we worked at this candy factory, and people would take home the sugar that would fall into the bucket from the gummies and stuff, and they would take that to go bear hunting because they would use it to trap the bear. The sugar.
That is the
Sugar
most
works.
Canadian thing I've ever heard. We
That-
use it for
well, I'm
bears.
from Minnesota, so they pretty much
We just use maple syrup up here.
You're Canadian, essentially.
pretty much.
I'm just hoping that Canada kind of annexes like most of the upper Midwest, some Minnesota, Illinois, well, top part of Illinois.
See, I grew up in
Michigan.
Duluth, so I was pretty close to Canada.
There you go. Yeah, for sure.
I trap bears with lots and lots of space in between me and the bear.
We eat stale Tim Hortons donuts.
The fresh ones
We've
are
come-
probably just as good.
We've come full donut.
Full
I see what
donut.
you did there. So, from my quick research here, Neil, we're looking at 409
409.
episodes. So 11 more. So this would be 410. So 10 more episodes till your 420 episode.
Ooh, you need to do something really, really special when you get up to your 604th episode.
Oh,
Yeah. I could.
The 666 episode.
I was about to say.
Yeah, but also the 604 episode specifically for Neil would be fantastic.
It has to be a live stream of you walking around.
Damn it.
PC.
Damn it. I was going to say, shit, somebody could have interviewed me on the 604th interview.
I wore
on
my
the
In
show.
Darwin We Trust shirt.
Awesome. Sorry, I don't have one that cool. Mine's the Hard Rock Cafe Death Star. So,
That's probably. I think they closed all the Hard Rock cafes.
yeah, the one that we had here is gone. That was
Yeah,
gone.
there
a
was
long
one in the
time
Mall
ago.
of America, and now it's gone. The pandemic killed it.
So June.
It wasn't that good, anyways.
June 6th is your 420 episode.
June 6th? I don't even have anyone scheduled for June 6th, I don't think.
We got to find the most weed smokingest atheist there out. Snoop Dogg, we're looking at you.
Dog.
I'm
Snoop
under
Dogg.
the influence right now.
Are you? Excellent.
Nice.
Can't find somebody.
Every day. I don't think there's a night that I'm not.
And you
I
know
don't
what?
have an episode on June 6th. What are you talking about? Oh, wait.
7th. June 7th. Sorry.
Yeah. June 7th, right.
I
The
missed.
6th would have been the Monday.
Right.
And back when I first started, I went Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. But then some shit came up and I had to switch over to Tuesdays, Thursdays. Yeah, no, I don't have anyone for June 7th. My shows are pretty much booked up. Well, there won't be a show this Tuesday, guys, because I have to do a dental thing. So
Ooh. So
Book
I
a
should stream.
stoner panel for your 420th episode.
What's going on tomorrow? Is there a video thing or movie?
Oh,
Huh?
I was gonna have a movie night in my Discord tomorrow evening after Nat One Heroes.
What time?
Yeah.
Whenever Nat One Heroes ends, because I don't want to overlap with them.
Hmm.
So, yes.
Hey, we can do that, sure.
This is Cyborg now.
Mike's going, how did I fucking get roped into this bullshit?
Right. Like why I lose the eye out of everybody here? There's mad eyes on this screen.
You're not
right
going to
now.
lose
My
it. It'll
eyes.
still be usable. It's just,
That-
it's going to look funny to you for a
That's
bit.
how
'Cause
it is, Tons.
you'd be looking at me with one eye and the floor with the other one. So
No, it's cool,
I don't know what
Tons.
the
You
hell
coulda did-
you're doing.
You know, Tons, I do stuff other than Neil's show. I could have kept both of my eyes and you lost one, but you wanted me to lose my eye. So I got to keep
However-
one. It's okay. I'll get a tripod for it. It's all good.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, for fuck's And I was just going to promote
USB-C.
that Air was going to be my guest on Thursday, but apparently Air has to rebook now,
Oh, my God.
which is fine. We can do that, Air.
How dare you? Your
Yep,
treachery
that's right.
will not be
You-
forgotten.
You are the next one.
You're
But
the next
if you need
contestant.
if you need to rebook or reschedule, we can do it. It's not a problem.
As long as you put your back into it.
That's right. And Saturday, May 21st is going to be a busy fucking day for me because my dad is coming down from Summerland, and we're getting together with my little nephew who has having a baby with his girl, and they're doing the gender reveal thing on that day. So I'm going to be there for a couple hours, and I'll have to do my show. Unless if I stay there, I'll just do my show from there, basically, which I've done in the past. So, but I have By Atheist X Jew on Saturday, and yeah. So, Air, if you need to reschedule, maybe you could go the next Thursday then on the 26th, if you want. Oh, that was a joke. Oh.
He's like, oh no, hold on.
Oh, there was a
Air
joke
was trying to
for
get on that.
Oh, I got you.
He busted show.
I get it
now.
Apparently, I'm the only one that isn't even actually stoned yet, and I'm the one that totally missed that.
This just validates, the whole how good the episode is gonna be.
I'm
Wait, is
stoned.
everybody high right now?
Yes.
Is everybody? Oh, okay.
But
kind of jealous.
I would be a little more high if I
don't know.
But the one I
are you a
make
cop?
it outside.
the one I use has caffeine in it, so it's not as bad as the other one. Like the other one knocks me out.
Is the indica sativa thing bullshit? Because I feel like it's not.
It
Nope,
is
it's not bullshit.
sativa.
No, it's not.
I don't like
It's not
sativa.
bullshit.
I like indica because it makes me more relaxed.
It has
That's
to do
the
with
difference.
your CB1 receptors and your CB2 receptors,
thank
and
you.
what your
Exactly.
brain does in equalizing that balance between the
But this is just
the
Delta
THC, the
9 from
CBD.
hemp.
Delta 9's good stuff.
It's from hemp. It's pretty good. Like I do the caffeine ones if I don't want to get knocked out.
That's
Otherwise,
why I smoke sativa.
I do the ones that have melatonin in it.
Yeah, because
That's the chemical difference between sativas and it's the balance of CBD and THC and all the different other delta, everything that's in there. It's there's a chemical difference with them that your body reacts to, and not everybody reacts to it the same. So I mean, that's even different.
True.
But there is a chemical difference.
This one doesn't have CBD in it. It just
One
has.
of 6 Canadians that don't smoke.
That's the ratio.
I'm sorry, but
Y'all
if
were
you're
wondering.
if you're from BC and you don't smoke weed, you get kicked out of the province because we apparently grow some of the best in the world.
I'll be
I
the
don't
judge
know.
of that.
Yeah, we need a sample. We need a sample.
Well, you call High Times because it's usually between us, Jamaica, and Australia that wins the Cannabis Cup every year.
So
The Cannabis Cup.
Yep, yep.
You forgot
We've
about
won
that.
the last
didn't
3. I think we've won the
That's
last.
the most Harry Potter name for a fucking competition I ever heard in my life.
Cannabis Cup.
And
Sure.
now, young wizards, we shall compete in the Cannabis Cup.
I don't know who won the last one.
Expecto Patrolum. I don't know.
I'm telling you, those buds that win, boogie woogie on your brain, baby. This shit ain't even right.
So you hit that shit that's in there. Bump, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bump. Am I stuck in a Dirty Vegas video right now? Days go by and still. Am I in a Mitsubishi Lancer?
I thought I was gonna have to do a drug test for my
There were bats everywhere.
internship in Cincinnati, and I was about to freak out. And then they're like, "Oh no, you just have to do the TB test." I was like, "Because I don't think I would pass."
Oh, we got a update here from one Randolph Richardson in the chat here. He says, "I don't smoke weed, but I've not been kicked out because it's easy for us non-pot smokers to elude all the pot smoking authorities who are trying to find us and kick us out." Touche, salesman. Touche. Have to remember to throw the people out that don't smoke weed and keeping track of them while high.
He just tosses donuts out the window.
Michigan won in 22? Well, possibly. Sure.
Ooh.
And they won, I think, for that. What the fuck was it? They had 2 different categories: the sun-grown THC flower and the lemon meringue, which was a sun-starved THC flower. So, which was a sativa blend as well.
They have dispensaries now in Ohio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's one about 2 minutes away from me, but I don't use it. It's pricey.
I just get my stuff from. Well, in Minnesota, it's not legal. Well, you have to have a medical card, but hemp products are illegal.
Yeah.
So I just get it at the Mall of America.
Oh, that's why you're trying to get down here to Illinois. I could see some of you.
I know. I don't. I used to buy it in Illinois, and it was like $35 for 100 milligrams, where I could just like go to the Mall of America and get 100 milligrams for $20.
Awesome. Cannabis cup. There you go. Cannabis cup right there. There you go.
Cannabis cup. And Dumbledore is the one who announces the winner every year.
And they only let you buy 250 milligrams if you're from out of state. So I need a friend that lives. Well, my friend, he lives in Chicago. Sometimes he'll go in because then he can buy more.
Are we not friends? Is that how you're gonna tell me? Okay.
Are you gonna meet me at the cannabis shop so I can buy 500 milligrams?
I don't know. Are we friends? You tell me.
Oh, that sounded convincing.
That sounded very reassuring. Sure,
I'll be at the meeting house on Sunday.
More convinced of
no,
that
I don't
than I
get
am
to go
of
to the
God.
meeting house on Sunday. Well, yeah, I do, because my flight doesn't leave till 9 o'clock on Sunday. I thought I wasn't going to be able to go.
That's what I need to do. I'm setting me up a little pot shop right over there by the airport.
I go to the meeting house in Anderson.
The bus stop. I'm gonna go to the bus stop.
Just set up a little table.
I got you.
This is 2 for 5s, man. 2 for 5s, man.
Last time I was in
Garbage down
Chicago, I saw Girl Scout cookies being sold outside all of the dispensaries. I was like, "You girls are
that's genius."
Fucking smart. Now hold on a second.
They know how to do business.
I need to interrogate y'all about these goddamn Girl Scout cookies. I brought it up before and I got laughed out the room. What the fuck is they doing with all the money from these goddamn Girl Scout cookies?
Right.
They sell so many cookies. It equals so much money.
Yep.
All these damn Girl Scouts should have fucking Lexuses at this point.
Right.
No.
What the fuck is all the money going to? Y'all
And they only get like 50 cents per box to the troop.
Bro, what happened to the rest of
where's
the
the
6,050 cents
other-
that I just fucking spent?
Right.
This goes up there with that Dr. Pepper recipe, man. I don't even know. I don't want to know
Man, it's
where that
deep.
money goes.
And I learned
Girl
that
Scout cookie money is deep.
Keebler actually owns one of the Girl Scout, the ABC company, I think. So
Fucking cut the commercial. Cut the commercial.
We have a technical difficulties thing.
As we do, I was trying to find it in time. Oh, sorry
With
for that, everyone.
all of IQ's meme work.
Just make that a reoccurring bit.
That's
like,
not even all.
Don't just run that every time.
We
That's
have
probably not even half of it.
Not even. Like
McKinnon, you need to be in more of these.
Oh, well, much appreciated.
McKinnon was like, "Oh, did you send it to me on accident?"
I seriously thought, I was like, there's no fucking way he wanted me back in there. Like, I didn't even talk like the last time.
What are you talking about, man? I told you you're always welcome in here.
How many after parties I've been in where I haven't said a fucking word
I'll be
the
right
whole
back.
time.
Yeah, and now
I
we
mean, a
can't
lot of
shut
times
your
it's just
ass
like
up.
I couldn't get a word in because it was just like Duke just kept rambling and
Yeah. Duke
Well,
and
my
Russ.
thing is, like, if people are having
Oh
a
my
good
God.
conversation, I'm like, let this conversation happen. Like, it's fine. Just let it go.
Yeah, what's his face?
Breaking news: Girl Scout cookies by Twitter.
I'm dead ass. Them Girl Scouts do have a cash flow. They definitely got 42 billion.
This is my next documentary: is figuring out what the fuck is happening. Some investigate. No.
I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened to the message there.
Fuck you.
I'm trying to get us killed or something.
At least you guys get a variety of Girl Scout cookies down there. Up here, we get like 2. You get the vanilla chocolate ones and the mint ones, and that's it.
It's a little known fact, but the actual flavors of cookies, those are the families that run the Girl Scout cookie game. Again, you might know the Thin Mints, you might know the Samoas, but their territory is not up in the north. That's for the other families, like the Tagalongs.
Wow. All right then.
Certain families own certain areas of the country, and they sell their cookies there.
I heard you guys had like peanut butter fucking ones, and
Oh, they're not allowed around here.
No,
not after the incident.
The
I'm
incident.
so,
Okay.
like, not included in so much. Like, I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke weed, and I actually do not really enjoy Girl Scout cookies. But everyone's like buying the shit out of them.
Oh, that's why you don't fear them.
Yeah. That's why you're fucking an idiot. You don't know what you're dealing with.
You don't know how strong this is. You don't know the ties this family has. What did you say? You were in Thin Mint territory?
Oh, it's on.
We got to get you a bug out bag. We got to get you out of there. We got to extract the target ASAP.
You guys, I'm bouncing out.
After me.
I'm gonna see how much.
I'm going.
How much money do the Girl Scout? Oh, my internet just shut off.
See, he already did that.
My
He already
internet
gone too
shut
far.
off. And how come we were able to see you say that?
Can you hear my cat purring?
Yes.
Not done.
loud.
I will
All right,
take
y'all.
that shit. Are you
I'm
out of your
out.
IQ?
Yep.
All right, brother.
See you guys.
See you, man.
He's
Um,
That's right. I'm calling her quits anyways. We can screw around with this shit.
Hey,
Another time. We've hit the 3-hour mark. We've been live for 3 hours.
$800 million in Girl Scout cookies last year.
Fucking hell.
Did you know
Not
that part
surprising.
of the Girl Scout company is owned by Keebler? So
I thought you
you
were about to say your
can get the
grandfather.
same cookies. What?
I thought you were gonna say your grandfather.
Not only did he do kung fu,
He did. He
But he's
was
a hell
a
of a
chef.
baker.
He was a chef. He was a real good chef.
Okay, so I wasn't far off.
see? That's where y'all think the recipe came from.
Where do you think that? What do you think? Like back in the 70s, Chinese people coming into the U.S.
That's what they did. Open
They
up
had to
Chinese.
go cook.
They know how to make flavors punch you in the fucking mouth.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
owned a
Got a
restaurant.
mantis strike.
He owned a restaurant in downtown Minneapolis.
Awesome.
That's cool.
So you have Chinese descent?
Actually Thai. My grandmother
Thai?
married
Okay.
2 Asian men.
Oh,
Yeah.
she had a thing for Asian dudes, did she?
hmm She's told me never marry them though.
Why?
She just being
She
selfish.
said they're
Don't
always
listen to her.
angry.
You just
You know
want to
what?
keep.
That's true. If I think of my buddy Fred that I grew up with, who's the Chinese kid that lived around the corner from me, his dad was always fucking yelling at
But if you
somebody.
ever met my grandma, she was like a firecracker. Like I remember riding in
Awesome.
the car with her, and she'd be like, you know how like aggressive drivers. She's like this little. She'd be driving like one of those 15-passenger vans, and she'd be like
Oh,
sitting
hell
on the edge
no.
of her seat because like otherwise she couldn't reach the pedals, and she's like flicking everybody off going down the highway.
Awesome.
This big church van rolling through. All you see is a tiny little middle finger poking up over the edge of the windowsill.
She's like,
What the fuck is this?
if you ever want to know why where I learned to be a sailor, that's from
It's like-
grandma.
Some 11-year-old that's driving a church van just flicked me off on the fucking 105. This is bullshit. Fucking cut me off and then gave me the finger out the window.
Yeah.
They could buy.
She's a redhead. She could handle him.
I'm busting. Say something. You get another one.
Wait. So, Sadie, do you have a channel? A YouTube channel?
I don't.
No.
I'm just on Twitter.
Okay. Well, yeah, because now I follow. You were following me. I didn't even realize it because I get so many all the time. So it's
I
like
just
kinda
started
scroll through.
following you.
Oh,
It's
did
just
you?
such
Oh,
a big
okay.
fucking deal. I mean, it was just really hard for me to like just noticed every single one of them.
Well, I try. I honestly try. I try to
Yeah.
follow people back, right? But I miss a bunch. So,
Yeah.
I intentionally don't follow your asses back.
Sadie, do you have a deconversion story?
Hold
A
up,
what?
Mikey.
A
Deconversion?
deconversion story. Yeah.
I grew up UPC.
Oh,
United
what does that mean?
Pentecostal.
Oh, okay. Because UPC
Swinging
means
from the
like UPC
chandeliers.
code. Oh, really?
Mhm.
And you don't do that shit anymore, obviously.
No,
So you're an atheist now, right?
I can speak in tongues. I can pretend.
Sean Dick.
That's what that it is. Pretend anyway. So of course,
It's all a bunch of bullshit.
yeah. Would you like to be a guest on the show
Sure.
and tell your stories with me and Mikey?
Sure. I'll do that.
How's 420 sound for you?
That sounds good because I'm going to need a lot of weed to get through my story.
And that's what you said. June 7th was the 420th.
Yeah, that's 420.
Do you want to be the guest for the 420 show?
What time? Let me. Where is it?
Well, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
I'll be
that'll
on.
be it.
I'll be on East Coast by then.
What time? Tuesday.
So
We're very specific around here.
oh, so you'll be on East Coast, so you'll be 3 hours ahead
Yeah.
of me, Pacific.
Yep.
So does that work for you?
Mhm.
So that's like 8 your time, 5 my time.
Yep.
Is that good? All right, then I'm putting you in here.
Okay. I'll be
Sorry,
there.
Snoop Dogg. You snooze, you lose. You should have been in the after show.
Yeah, just send me a link and then I'll join it.
No.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I do. Is I drop the join links here, and then I'll also announce it on Twitter and put your handle in there, and people could follow
Mikey,
you
you
if they
should
want.
follow me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Threaten me with a
find
good
you.
time.
I couldn't find you. I could find everybody else.
What did you
This
look
is
up?
at We the Deviants.
No, you get it wrong
Deviants.
every time. There you go.
I do.
My
I was
Twitter name is Lucky Scientific Art or Massel Geek.
That's the thing. Like, I have this weird like ego thing where everybody follows Neil, and then no one follows me.
I'll follow you.
So I'll be like, "What's your Twitter handle?" I'm like, "Fuck you. You could have found it." Neil tags me every time. Y'all just didn't want to follow me.
That's true. That's true.
I followed you.
Y'all just don't be looking for me. That's what that is. Fine.
All right.
I'll type you in. Oh, you're not a black man with dreads. Hold on. That's not right.
That's it. No.
No, that's not the right one. I gotta spell and be high.
Look for
All
the.
right. You're officially on the fucking. You're officially on here now.
Okay.
But do you want me to use your Lucky Scientific Art as
Sure.
as the banner? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. There we go.
It took a biology professor. Well, I kind of like
Cool,
I
you weren't-
started like drilling her about evolution.
You weren't following me, but it's cool. I followed you. It's all good. Oh wait, I got a notification. You're
I
following me.
couldn't find you, Mikey.
All right.
I found Neil.
At Mikey Famine or at We the Deviants. They're both mine.
Oh, you have two. That's right. I forgot.
I'm at
Yeah.
Massel Geek.
Mass Cell Geek. Yeah.
And the thing is, I had to make at We the Deviants because I couldn't remember the fucking password for at Mikey Famine. Had to
At
just
Mikey
give up.
Famine.
Had to just give up on it. And then I like recovered the password. I'm like, well, wait now. I'm 2 years deep into this fucking We the Deviant shit. So I guess that's it.
That's okay.
It is.
I mean,
what
I
it
could
be.
tag you as Mikey Famine if you want.
At
Get
Deviant.
that account going.
We the Deviants.
Well, who knows? Maybe Elon Musk will put out an update. Will let you change that.
You can also find Mikey Famine on Nat One Heroes on Sundays.
Yes,
That's right.
That's true. That is a fact.
What is Twitter name? Wait, what?
I usually like if they suggest people, I'll just follow them.
Yeah, Nat One Hero should be fun. I got to kill a vampire last week.
Was it my vampire that you killed?
No. Not
Because
yet.
I know Jonathan was using my vampire as one of the asshole villains.
No, we killed grown up persons
Oh, okay.
once and for all.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just see you just followed me. Lucky Scientific Art followed you.
I followed you.
Yeah, and I followed you back.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Can I make one little announcement, Neil?
I don't know.
Reclaiming my time. So I haven't been streaming for like the last week, and that's because I had a little bit of a mental health breakdown, and I went to the movies and I had a panic attack, which is not normal for me, but I'm going through a lot in my life. Doing this whole starting your own business, streaming career, producer thing is absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying to give up your constant full-time thing. Even though it's toxic and harmful, walking away from all of that to actually try to do something that you're good at and that you're passionate about is by far the scariest thing I've ever done in my entire life. And every morning I wake up thinking I am an idiot. Every morning. And I had to spend some time with the wife and recenter a bunch of stuff. So I should be good and back and streaming again. I'm probably going to stream tonight. If you guys want to watch me play some Halo, I'm going to start doing a legendary All Skulls on run. I'm going to try doing that stuff, but I will be back to my old bony self again. But it's terrifying.
All right, Jack.
My dog's name is not Zero for nothing.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it's been a rocky road. So thank you guys for not being mad at me, I guess. Like no one's like, what the fuck? Everyone's just kind of been like, oh, I guess he's not streaming, but I figured
Hey,
I
Mikey, I was
Hi,
mad at you even without that, so nothing has changed.
Yeah. That's my secret. I'm always angry.
I'm always mad at you.
You know what the trick is, Mikey? I'm always mad at you.
I can't be mad. I do too much weed and I take my ADHD meds.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can't be mad.
Yeah, but your mental health is like the most important thing, though. So like, good on you for taking some time.
And I thought I
Yeah,
was good, right?
absolutely.
And I totally thought I was good. And I was like at the fucking movies, just like breaking down. And there was nothing I could do to get out of it. And my wife was just like, we can leave. And I'm like, no, we're good. We're good. I'm all right. And she was super supportive and super awesome. But if you guys are feeling the same way or you have the similar problem, just chill. It'll pass. You'll be good. Surround yourself with good people like I've been lucky enough to do so, and you'll be fine. So ride it out. Ride it out. Don't jump off the saddle. Just ride it out. You'll be okay.
Yeah, me too. I've had them myself.
Yeah. And that's it.
All right, folks. All right. Well, Mikey, you know, you always got us behind you. So
Yeah. You guys wouldn't let me smash into the ground.
no. Hell
Are we in
Just-
hell right now?
just
Is that
scrape
the
the ground.
background?
No, it's the
No,
sun.
it's the sun.
Okay. I don't mind going to hell because then there's no conservatives.
Hold on, let me get a picture of Walmart to put in the
Fair
background.
enough.
Wait, aren't we on hell? Isn't Earth just hell?
7.
Yeah, some might say.
Well, I want to be here after the rapture because then all the bad people will be gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do
If
actually. We
everyone
actually
in
have
heaven's like you, I want to be in hell.
actually, we do
Yeah.
have a picture of the afterlife. Here we go.
Do we? There you go.
God.
Yeah.
Everybody take care of your mental health. By the way, are we in fucking hell right now? Like, what is
Yes and yes.
This is hell.
No, I think we got a beautiful world here, and we should be taking better care of it. Yeah, we should be treating people a lot fucking better too. But
Yeah.
it is
Except
what it
for
is. But we can do better. That's what the conference Mikey and I are going to, and Ben as well are going to, is all about. It's about better. About
Where
being
is it?
better.
I heard something about
Fort
that.
Wayne.
Fort Wayne.
Or Fort Worth. Is just
Indiana.
Indiana. When is it?
June
23rd, 24th, 25th, something like that.
I'll
How
be
many
in
days is it?
Cincinnati.
Because I don't
It's
know.
It's 2 days.
Okay.
It is the 25th and 26th, so of June.
I gotta buy my
So,
ticket.
my
I got
flight-
approved from the boss. So
You are the boss.
my wife.
Oh.
It's not all
Well,
about
at least
you, Neil.
Our boss.
No.
See, then one day, all of the Trump-loving evangelicals were raptured, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, my flight to Chicago is on the 23rd, Tuesday. So
Chicago,
yeah,
the 23rd.
He's coming over
Yeah.
to me, and then we're driving over.
yep. And then I fly back on the 27th on the Monday. So it should be a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Man, it's gonna be so expensive to like hire somebody to drive my car to get all of us there and back because I'm gonna be fucking tore up hanging out with Neil.
Yeah.
Oh,
a
we're
good
gonna
chance.
be so
No.
fucked
We'll be doing the sober driving.
Just
thing,
rent a
though.
party bus.
To go to Fort Wayne. That's like a 2-hour trip or
I'm
some
just
shit.
kidding.
How much do you think it would cost for me to bribe my wife into dropping us off and picking us up? Like pulling up in the minivan and like, all right, guys, come on. And like we all
It'd be like on fucking see, now it's not funny because I can't remember the goddamn name of the movie.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
No.
Grandma's boy.
Much older than that.
Oh shit!
That, you could use that.
Home Alone.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High, when they pull up and they opened up the side of the van and all the smoke pours out of there.
Like if
Cheech
we
and
rent,
Chong?
what if we
That
like
too.
rented a van so I didn't put the miles on my truck? We just rented a van and then like she just drove us down there. If we could just get tore up the whole 3 hours.
You could Uber either way.
It's way cheaper if we just like Then we have
Whatever.
Can you take Amtrak?
hell no. You think I'm getting dude, they do not tell you when to get off, or they will not stop you from getting off early. Our dumbasses be sitting there and fucking make them Georgia talking about some shit.
I think we went too far.
How do we go back? I told you to ring the bell. This isn't a bus.
I thought I did.
You did, but that was that lady's luggage, and I told you it wasn't a
Oh
bus.
yeah, right. Fuck.
Why didn't
All
she
right.
ring the bell?
You can ring my bell. Oh, never mind.
Ring my bell.
Oh god, that song was so fucking bad.
Ring a
Yeah,
ling
it's
a-
a terrible song.
I remember I had to start a new job or something, and I woke up like dumb ass early because I had to be there at like 4 a.m. or some shit. And my alarm goes off, and back then I used to have the radio, and that fucking song was blaring. I'm like, no. Threw it out the window. Fuck that shit.
Neil's fist just dude.
I'll ring your fucking bell, all right.
Just comes down from the top with the fucking Wolverine claws, and it just destroys the alarm clock.
Fast Times at Fort Wayne High.
Did.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we got to wrap this one up, guys. I got to get some
Third time trying to close.
Yeah. So when you in Minnesota, we have it's called a Minnesota goodbye. It's like 30 minutes
Yes.
where you stand at the door with your jackets on
Yeah.
and you talk for 30 minutes. And then you talk
Yo.
for 30 minutes on the way to the car while they wave goodbye.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the kids in the car like, come on.
No, the
They're
kids
like-
are past. The kids are sleeping because they fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
happens
right.
in Minnesota. You stay too late.
Yeah,
a damn
there's
shame.
that here too. Back in the day, I remember falling asleep, being tossed in the back of the car. That always
The
woke you up,
Minnesota
though.
nice though is not really that nice.
You just wake up at home. What the fuck?
Yeah, how'd this happen?
Minnesota nice is just Minnesota passive aggressive. That's all it is. We don't talk about you to your face. We wait till you leave.
I was petting those nice people's dog, and then I'm at home.
Anyways, guys.
Yeah, we need to go. Like, well, I don't need to go, but you guys all apparently have to go somewhere.
I don't live on the internet, as some people might think.
Oh,
That's his job. He lives on the internet.
some of us have day
I'm about to
jobs.
smoke weed and play some Halo for now.
There you
Number 4.
go. All right. Thank you, everyone out there in the chat, for hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys being here. Wouldn't be the same without you. We love interacting with you and stuff like that. So it's awesome. And thank you to my wonderful patrons. Because of you, I'm able to do this. So without you guys, I would be crying in the corner somewhere. Smite building Lego something. But anyway.
Hate building.
Hate building. Anyway. Smite. What am I, God? I smite you.
When you use power tools to do your Lego.
Yeah, I'm putting Lego all over your floor, and you will walk across it barefoot. Anyway, so thanks to my guest tonight, who wasn't with us or isn't with us anymore, Kerry, J. Was it Walker? Yes.
Yes.
I keep saying Watkins in my head for some fucking reason. It's that goddamn fucking Watkins kid. I don't know what happened to him, but if he shows up again, I'm gonna ring his bell. No, I'm kidding. Totally kidding. I don't hit people. I don't. Well, unless they deserve it. Well, it's true. I've only ever hit someone, I think, twice, and the other guy, I popped his eyeball out. So there you go.
Good times.
You should have seen the other guy.
Yeah, well,
He could see himself.
My
I
face
got
was
beat
yellow,
up
but
a
his
lot
was
as a
too.
kid, so I got
he
beat
could
up a
see the-
lot.
He could see the other guy.
And I'm
And
friends
his
with
eye
all the
was
people that
looking
beat
the
me up.
wrong
So.
direction.
That's what I do. I make friends with people that want to beat me up. So all the guys used to beat me up in school, I became friends with them. And they stopped beating me up. Well, mind you, I grew to be twice their size. So they're like,
Yeah.
hey,
They were
we were just kids.
they were willing to build a bridge, huh?
Yeah, suddenly. Yeah. All right. So that's it, folks. Until next time, like I always say at the end of the after parties, like the late great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys on Thursday.
See ya.
Tuesday there's no show. Cheers, guys.
Good night.